Stadium lights glisten like disco balls. Quarterback flows dodging D-line walls. End zone dreams in the hearts of teams. Hustle on the field, ain't no in-betweens. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes echo. Cleats dig deep, turf beneath. Receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd in trances. Game time magic, endless chances. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes echo. Coaches with plans, plays drawn in sand. Grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes. Victory's a taste, better than a rope. Cheers rain loud, pride in the crowd. Moments freeze, memories avowed. Helmet to helmet, clash and conquer. Legends born, others left to ponder. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes echo. Dig deep, turf beneath. Receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd in trances. Game time magic, endless chances. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes echo. Coaches with plans, plays drawn in sand. Grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes. Victory's a taste, better than a rope.
All right. Hey, Frazier, can you hear me? I don't know if I can hear you. I'm gonna need to let's see. You know you got no shirt on, right? All right. How's everybody doing? I don't know if Frazier got frozen. We're trying to hook him in here. Let's see what's going on here. He looks frozen to me. But if you guys can hear me, let me know. Shooting going on live right now. So we're going to be on YouTube and we're on Facebook. If you guys can let me know, be communicative, and let's chat today. Let's get some, yeah, I have no clue. Bulldogs going to have a new opponent for their May 3rd game against the Raiders. We will, right now, Steven, we do not have that yet, but we will, we'll work on something for that. So we'll see what we can get on that there. Frazier, what's up, man? You're not on. If you can hear me, hit me on Facebook to chat because I don't have my phone on me. But yeah, finally a rain-free Saturday. That's something I want to talk about. Like, we had some really, really rough games in the weather this week. It was, pretty crazy for teams out there in the wind and the rain, and it was just really tough. I do want to mention the Bruins. I thought played really well against the Connecticut Falcons. Falcons are showing that they can really become a team to, contend with. They look like a contender. Get more of the top two teams now that are showing themselves. You got the Warhawks and the Falcons. It'd be great to watch that. Cardinals got a big win versus the Bulldogs. So yeah, it's been a really good half of the season. We're kind of like halfway through, so I don't know what's going on with Frazier right now. We have to get him on board here. So hope everybody's enjoying these things. I'm going to, I don't know if I want to keep Frazier's chest on here. Let me just kind of fade him out. Technical difficulty. So he was working late today. That's why we're a little late jumping on here. So I do apologize for that. I think I might switch it to 9 o'clock just to get this running smooth instead of having some issues and stuff. So I gotta get Frazier back in here to do this. So I'm still trying to work on getting this done the right way here. Crop this. This blank. So yeah, biggest thing, guys, I want to talk about, just whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm just going to kind of kill time right now. I know we have NFL draft coming up. I got to zoom this thing out here. That's what's going on. There we go. NFL draft's coming up next week. I'm excited about that. What is going on with my face here? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get a new screen in because this is Frazier's not on yet, so I don't know what's going on with him. We just had to find out, and I look super skinny on this frame here, so we're trying to just work out the kinks here on this. Once again, technology is why I need a person here to help with my technological skills and see if we can't get better on this. But I have no clue what I just did here. Here we go. I'm going to go straight. So I'm going to switch over to this board here, a different screen. So Frazier, until he logs in, I don't know what's going on with him. So we will find that out in a sec. So had a couple of, oh, there he is. I think he put a shirt on, so he had to pause.
Yeah. I have to do that.
You got me now? All right.
Yeah, we're good.
We are good. I was just building a video for me to, I'm going to show everybody what I was doing. I tried to build this video so I look good on it because Frazier's shirt was shirtless there. So we are good. How are you, man? No, are you still on with me?
I'm good.
Frozen.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I got you. Yeah, I got your voice. I just don't have your face. You're not moving. But
Bro, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. But yeah, you got a tank top on now, so covered up a little bit, which is good.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I should go.
Send me the link for the Send me the link for the web invite.
Okay, I'll do that right now. So you have that. Did I delete it? No. But yeah, that's let me get rid of
FYI, I'm eating right now. To be honest with you, I'm starving.
So how's work? Busy day at work?
Dude. No, it's not that. It's just so between like my girl and Easter and a bunch of stuff you have to do at Easter, got to go to church. I got to play bass. Mom wants me to do a bunch of stuff. Got to do a cookout with the girl. It's a lot. It's a lot. So now is my only time to like eat, enjoy life, and you know what I mean?
I do. I know exactly what you mean because yeah, I totally got you. I'm trying to find the link to send. Oh, here we go. Call. So you're going to call in. You're going to do the video because I think the video was on Zoom last time. Didn't we do that?
No, keep the Zoom. Just add me in with the video. The video call feature from vMix.
Gotcha. How am I gonna call?
Never eat on a podcast. It's very weird.
I know, huh? Pretty cool. How do I send you the? How do I send? No, this is just a number. I think last time the video was fine. I would just say, yeah, we'll call in. We'll chat. Do you want me to just tell you the number and then everybody will be calling in?
No, you gotta send me the link to call in.
Oh, I just deleted it. All right. Did I just delete it? No, I didn't delete it. Cool. Yeah, we're still learning this stuff. I'm still learning this stuff at least.
Yeah, for sure. You, not me.
You know this stuff. So there's because I'm just gonna set up a new one. It'll probably be easier for me to do it that way because if I
I
did.
mean, I'm fine on my Zoom. I see everything on my Zoom. I just don't know what's going on with your input of the Zoom.
Yeah, you just look frozen unless it's yeah, you just look you're still frozen holding your hat, and I don't know if you see it now, but it's
Oh yeah, I see that.
yeah.
Well,
So
the
you're
audio is
frozen.
fine though, right?
Audio's fine, yeah, I can hear you perfect. But I think people
Okay.
want to see you. That's the whole point of you, being here. You're much better looking than me.
Man,
So
you look good.
um so yeah, definitely don't know what's going on with that. But we had some good football this weekend. Some the Bulldogs fell to the Cardinals. The Falcons, took on. Let's see, what up, Frazier? Jared Taylor says, "What up?" Hey, Taylor. I you still are in my nightmares back in high school when you whooped us in the third quarter. So, um, yeah, it's cool to watch. I'm trying to watch the messages too. So I'm gonna try to watch the messages, see what we can do. Yes, I know I'm late with trying to. I was working on Frazier time today, so um, you still there with me, Frazier? I think I might have lost him. So he might be gone right now. It's just me. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to get him back in. Let me just get this close out that call. I'll get him back in here. I'm gonna have a phone call for him. He'll call in. Um, yeah, but it's been a very rainy and crappy season as like weather wise. But I think we're finally going to get a beautiful, finally have some beautiful weather this week. So I'm excited about that. Copy the link for him to jump in. We're gonna host a call. Let's get Frazier. Oh, you're working now, Frazier. Can you talk here? Volume. Oh, you're eating now. Perfect time. I love it. So Frazier's working late, and I got your audio back on. So I'm not gonna send you a link. You're good.
I'm good.
Yep. I got your
You can hear me?
volume. All right, we are good. The only
Stuff
thing
in my face.
the only thing we're not good with is you are not centered in the screen. So I'm gonna center you,
I don't
and
even care,
we
man.
should be good while I do that. Yeah, nothing better than eating at 9 o'clock at night, huh? Nothing better than starting a podcast at 9 o'clock. Um,
Hey,
yeah,
shout out to you for for flipping times because life
well,
is
I
good.
also figured that most teams practice Wednesday nights, so this gives us a little bit of a.
Also, the viewership goes up.
Well, I hope so, but I saw that there's another team, another podcast in that does like the West, not West, but like the New York stuff that does today. I just saw that today. I'm like, I hope I'm not cutting in on their time. But
Okay.
honestly, I think we'll just do us anyways. Um, all right, so I'm gonna try to make you more centered in the. There we go. Now you're gonna be looking good. So we can get Frazier's beautiful face in here very shortly. And is that a Gators hat on?
Yes,
Florida
sir.
Gators.
Yes, sir.
Why are you repping them?
Since 1996, Danny Warfel, Steve Spurrier, first ever college football team I love.
Ah, all right. You should have been playing there, by the way. All right, you're on now,
Oh,
eating
yo,
food with
for
everybody.
sure,
For sure,
for sure.
dude. You would have like bodied Aaron Hernandez, back in
Nah,
the.
nah, not with his anger.
Not
Not
with
with
his
his anger, my guy. He was
egg.
super angry, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
But it'd be lit to play there though. That's like my dream school. Like if I can redo my life, I'd redo my life and play at University of Florida. Actually, walk on and wait till like senior year.
Yeah, that team was at like 2000. That team was nasty though. They've had some nasty teams,
Oh, yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
Gators.
For sure.
So
Love the Gators, man.
yeah.
Love
So
the Gators. So yeah, shout out to Florida Gators. They had a bad couple of years though. Bad couple of years now.
that's all right.
Hopefully they turn around.
Yeah, they can turn around. That's the thing. Like, just stick with it, and just overcome adversity, and you'll be good.
I have a question, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
You had a question? You said.
Yeah. You hear about this Nico Ayolama whatever kid is? You heard about him?
That fill me in. I know I've heard about him,
All
but I
right.
haven't followed
Yeah.
him.
So real quick, this kid in a short way. This kid, he goes to Tennessee, top rated quarterback, gets paid $4 million, right?
Oh, the holdout guy. Yeah.
Yeah, holdout guy,
Yeah.
right? Holds out, says, "Oh, I can get more money." I don't know the truth behind. There's obviously one side. Excuse me. There's one side, the other side, and then somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Uh-huh.
Bro, I don't know where it is, man, but I'm telling you, for you to be looking at $4 million and want more money, come on, bro. And you're not even a starter. I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good. That's not even just like, that's crazy work to me.
yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like about the NIL, and especially now you're gonna have holdouts in the
Yeah.
NIL. I just find that very, very strange. But rumor
I
has
mean,
it that he's gonna go to North Carolina. They're gonna spend money on him. Bill Belichick's gonna pick him up. That's what I heard.
no, Bill Belichick sent somebody else. Last time I heard was UCLA.
Okay, all right, it's gonna be good.
But again, well, he's gonna get paid less money. But I don't understand. Like people, you know what the thing about people is? When you get a little bit of money, sometimes you think you know everything. But business doesn't always work the way you think it is. You know what I mean? Business is a very, very, especially college football. There's so many quarterbacks in the portal that can change a team, and you're in there thinking like, I'm gonna get more money.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, obviously, the media is gonna blow everything out of proportion. I mean, we live in a 24-hour news cycle. Something happens today, you see it 5 minutes later. You know what I mean? This wasn't like back in our day where it was like the Outlaws in 2003. It'll take like 4 or 5 days to get around. You know what I'm saying? But
now you get people doing podcasts, that day, and it's crazy.
bro, news is right now.
Yeah.
Twitter, you're on Twitter right away.
Batch, did he go to UCLA? Did he sign yet or no?
I have no idea. That's what's going on there around the corner.
Yeah. What's going on with do you have TV on?
No, I'm saying that's what's going on. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Gotcha. So I think he's gonna go to UCLA.
Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of college football, I mean the draft is next week, and we're gonna be doing this on a Thursday night. What do you think about doing some draft talk?
You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
That'll be fun stuff. Obviously, we'll talk ECFL, but I think draft talk. Maybe do like a special 8:00 like draft special. And oh wait, you work. Never mind. 8:30. We'll stick with 8:30.
No. We're good. No. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it. So in between draft picks, we can talk, but we'll have it muted. We'll mute it and just see who gets picked.
Yeah.
And see if they're gonna, change a franchise or not. Who would you pick number one?
Who would I pick number one?
Number one, yeah.
Well, it all depends. Am I the team, or am I a team that I would pick need?
Oh, you have the Giants. The Giants are picking number one.
Yeah, and if I was the Giants, to me, or if I was like another team.
If you're the Giants, who are you picking?
Because the Giants has picked up not Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson and
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston, yeah. So, I mean, I think Cam Ward's good. I like him. I don't know if he's number one overall draft pick, but you want to build for the future, and like the NFL is a quarterback-driven league. So, I think the best athlete in it is going to be obviously Travis Hunter. I love him.
He's a beast. He's an absolute beast.
But I don't know if he can handle going both ways. But it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if he can handle playing offense, defense. I think he'll play defense. What I think a team's going to do with him, he's going to play defense and then have a special package for offense, because you want to learn the coverages and make sure you know defense more than the offense, unless they're getting more of a advanced offense where they have to learn based on coverages, different patterns they're running, all that. Depends on the scheme, I guess he's in. So, I mean, I'm a big Jalen Carter fan too. So, how about yourself?
Say the name of the QB from the Warhawks.
Batchelder? Yeah, Isaiah Batchelder. I think I got it right. Right, Batch?
Yeah, I don't know why it's hilarious to me right now. Nah, he's on the chat.
I know.
The chat popped up.
He messaged me. He's like, "You're late. Where are you? When you going on?"
I saw the message. Yeah. Everybody's saying we're late. Hey, man. I want to get Batch. All right, Jamaican time.
I want to get Batch on here. I think he would be great.
We should have him join in.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback. We'll see what who he would draft.
Yeah, who would you draft, Batch? Number one.
Oh, we don't know. I think what we should do.
What should we do?
If people have Zoom, we should have like a player on, like once a week, like a player you think is who'll be cool to have on.
Yeah, well, you missed last week because I was late, and I still went on. I had Alex Buddha from the
Oh, bet?
Canes, who with the Ducks now. Yeah, I had him on, and he chatted a little bit about the game. Unfortunately, like they lost to the Bulldogs, so he was kind of in a, not the best mood. But it's he was good. I thought he did really well. It was good to have him on and good to catch up with him. And
That was a crazy game, though.
It was a crazy game. That was just an awesome game, and I think
That was a crazy game.
I think I have somebody come in here. So I have my son home tonight because we usually do it Wednesday nights. He's with my mother-in-law, but he's here now. Owen, you have no shirt on. Go get out of here.
Shout out to you, man. Show me them guns, baby. Show me those guns.
Frazier says, "Show me guns. Show your muscles. Show your muscles." Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back up.
Yeah.
What, bud?
I see that video on Facebook.
You see the video on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm on Facebook. That's why. So,
You send it to Facebook.
want me to send it to Facebook? All right.
Yeah,
Well,
because someone.
all right. Well, go watch me on Facebook, bud. I'll see you in a little bit. So, this is why I like doing it on Wednesday
Wednesdays?
nights. I don't have this. I don't have this stuff going. But
We have to adopt. We have to
yeah,
adapt. I'm sorry, adapt.
So I know a lot of teams have practices on Wednesdays. I know Frazier is thinking about returning sometime on a Wednesday night, so he might have
Yeah, man, for
practices.
sure.
So
For sure.
we'll see. I'm trying to get
Yo,
him to
you know the
retire
problem is?
and just do
The
podcast.
problem is my job is borderline stressful. Like convincing people to buy in this economy in this time when tariffs are going on, prices are up, trades not like trying to get people to buy a car is just like it's tough work now. Tough work. So you got to talk to people a lot more than you did before. You got to sit down, go over numbers with them. It's a little harder, but
Yeah.
it's
I'm getting
rough.
feedback. Stop that. Get out of here. You can't play that here. He's actually watching it on his iPad and watching us.
Sick.
Thanks, bud.
You're the man, bro.
Make
You're
sure
the
you
man.
like and subscribe. All right.
Like and subscribe.
All
We
right.
need to get to 1,000 followers.
Oh yeah, we need a YouTube button. What's it called, buddy?
Like,
A
subscribe.
play
Yeah, the
button. I
like.
need a play button on YouTube. So, yeah, I don't know what that entails, but
These kids nowadays, man.
he's like, get a play button.
How old
I'm
is
like,
he?
I don't. 5. Just turned 5.
And he knows more about YouTube than you do.
Yeah, pretty much. It's All right, Oz, get out of here, bud. All right. Thank you. Love you.
Nobody rashed me in the comments for eating. I'm starving.
No one's gonna say. All right. So, anyways, Dev Fry says missed you last night. Hunter to New England, Sanders to New Orleans. I would actually like that.
Sanders in New Orleans. Everybody's been saying that. I don't like. David Carr is hurt though. I don't know if they're gonna have him, but there's nobody to build around the kid in New Orleans.
I mean, they have. Can't think of his name. They have some talent. They have receivers. They have the running back who was hurt last year but came back. Not Alvin Kamara, but they have the other guy.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Um,
their defense is trash, bro.
and they also have defense is trash. But they have the thing with that. They have that quarterback. Did they get Penix? No, Penix went to Falcons. Who would they get? They
These are
got.
the Falcons.
Oh yeah, they have Rattler. I
Spencer
think it was,
Rattler.
right? Spencer Rattler.
Spencer
yeah,
Rattler. Yeah.
Yeah, they need a QB. So I heard Batchild is available. So maybe.
Hey, shout out to you, my man. Bro, I just like the name. Yo, so my friend, obviously, most of you probably know I'm Jamaican. So it's hilarious to hear New Englanders pronounce names like the word like Winchester.
Yeah, Winchester.
See? There's no AH. It's huh?
No, it's Winchester.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yo,
So
I said Batchild down. I'm like, there's an elder at the end of his name.
Batchild.
Yeah, there you go. That's the actual part. We break it down, but not you.
Yeah, but I park my car in Harvard Yard. So
I can't.
when I
You
actually
need
do,
to
because I
keep
actually
going.
have like spoken in front of people, this, like when I do like a
Yeah.
Oh, and Bud, can you please move, Bud, and go out of the room? Thank you. And I always say, all right, guys, just so you'll know, I'm from Boston. So when you hear like, car actually a car. So it's just so you'll know. I'm not gonna say a bunch of R's, and you might hear some things that I don't know.
Ever funny.
So just know what I mean, not what I say.
I love New England people, bro. Your people are hilarious.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
it's fun. I know how you can't pronounce towns here in Massachusetts either.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
I saw a great clip. I want to try to find it. It was like one of those YouTube shorts or like Instagram reels, or the kids call them these days. And it was, oh my God, my son is gonna so irritate me right now. Oh,
Let the
please
kid play, bro.
get out of here. I know you're saying hi to him, but oh my God. So it said like it was like Waltham, right? WALTHAM, right? Waltham, right? Did I lose it? Are you still on, Fraser? Volume? I don't know what I did. I just muted you for some weird reason. You on though? Waltham? Right?
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you
hear me
now.
now?
I muted you
All right.
somehow. I went to try to fix something. I must have muted you by accident. So you have Waltham. Obviously, then you have Stoneham. Stoneham. It's Stoneham.
It's Stoneham. Yeah, no.
It's Stoneham. No, it's
Yo,
Dedham.
diabolical.
Yeah.
Dead him.
So
That's
then
dead him.
that was like so obviously you have Stoneham. It's got to be Wareham, right? Yeah, Wareham. So it was just really funny because he kept going with all the towns and
Wait,
you
hold
know,
on. Go back. Go back.
Yeah.
Did you say Stoneham
Stoneham,
is different than Wareham?
Stoneham, and Wareham.
It's the same word.
No, it's not the same word. One's stone, one's where, but one's Stoneham and one's.
But the ham is the same.
Ham, exactly. That's New England for you.
Why do you shut off half the ham then?
Hey, it's Easter. We got to talk about ham.
Moving on. Are you going to church?
Am I going to church? I am. Honestly, I taught Owen how to pray today.
You did?
Owen, did we pray today? Yeah. What were you praying about?
I'm praying about Nana.
Nana, yeah, because Nana's sick. So he goes, "Can I tell
Your
God
mom?
to get Nana to be better? She's okay. She's gonna be okay." He goes, "Can
Okay.
I tell God to make Nana better?" And it was like the cutest thing in the world. So I was teaching him how to pray and all that stuff. So
You need to go to church, John. Everybody needs to go to church. Hey, it's Easter Sunday. I don't care. I don't know what you believe or who you believe, but y'all need to go to church on Easter Sunday. I'm just telling y'all that. Jesus is the reason for the season.
yeah, absolutely. So
What
that
he
being
said,
said,
right?
what he said. I don't want to bring religion into this. What is going on right now?
Whoa, what's that?
Stop it.
Is that
That's
Viv's
my
hair?
daughter. Stop that.
Is that Viv's hair?
And I don't know why she's calling me. I'm on a podcast right now, and I had and I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know why that went through. And
You have Viv's hair on your phone.
it's her much call. So
Background?
this is why I can't use my phone going forward. Owen, you got to get out of here, please. Oh, whoa, Frazier. Oh, that's not good. me and my technology. So.
John.
So I had it all set up, and then my daughter had to call me. So,
Coach, yeah, we're trying to teach John proper grammar. Jeffrey goes, "Are you guys really teaching us proper grammar?" Listen, you
Yep.
New England people need to pronounce words properly.
Owen, leave me alone. Listen, we talk how we talk. This is New England. You're the one that came here, all right? And I hate when people say you guys have the accent because
Hi.
we were here first, right? New England. So we were here first. Everybody else has the accents, So we will.
It's all good.
That's my take on it. So
Let's jump into some football, man. Let's jump into
Miami,
some football.
Miami. So for those who don't know, I had a pass play. I used to call my pass plays by
States.
states, and so I would have when I as a coach started a hold on one sec. Owen, can you please go upstairs? Thank you. As a coach, I would always implement a no
He's chilling
huddle.
behind you.
What's
He's
that?
chilling behind you.
Yeah, I know.
He's chilling behind you.
I know. So, do what I realize though? I need a new chair. Look at the chair. I have it's like flaking off. So I'm gonna need a new chair too. So next week I get a new chair, new camera, so my daughter doesn't call me.
I'm saying, can you invest in me too? Like, I'm poor over here.
I got 2 kids. I'm very poor, you know.
I got a little office chair. I mean, I got 2 kids too. What do you mean?
That you know of too, you know.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. That's so wrong.
man. I know.
Because I'm
know.
black? Is that what it is? Because I'm black? You think I have more
That's
kids?
so not. No, it's so not.
Or it's because I'm Jamaican.
It's
you
because
know, Jamaican.
probably because you're
Jamaicans are
Jamaican, but
notorious
because
for
I
having
lived with
several.
you for a couple of years, and I know how you. Anyways, Pilgrims pulled up talking crazy. They did, Angelo. They're like, "Yo, who's pocket? Where can I park my boat? Can I park my boat over here?" So,
Yo, the first time I came to Plymouth Rock, I thought it was something like massive, like it was a huge thing.
uh-huh.
I was disappointed.
So
Very disappointed.
you know the Pilgrims, and this is a little history lesson for you guys. I know it's a football podcast. I don't know why I'm talking like this right now.
All over the place.
The Pilgrims actually landed racist. Does that mean? Come on, Jeff. Not
Wait,
racist.
what?
Oh, Jeff called me racist. So, on the because I said that you know of. All right, listen. You need to go upstairs. All right. I know you want to be waving high on here, but you need to go upstairs. So where was I? I was talking about. Oh yeah. So Pilgrims actually landed in P-Town, and then there was a tribe there, and they, basically ended up going further into the harbor, and that's when they landed in Plymouth. And they didn't hit a rock; they got off on a rock, like they stopped, and that was a rock so that's the Plymouth Rock stuff there. So you can't say anything. I'm on a podcast. So you got to go. This is why you can't be here. That's why I lock my doors. So that's kind of what. All right, say something. Go ahead.
Pet poop.
All right, go. Wow. This is definitely not good for ratings. People are gonna stop watching us and not go on anymore. So that being said, let's now that we have a little history lesson for the Pilgrims. When I used to talk about Miami, so we had plays that I tried to drop as a coach to get plays that people can remember. And Miami is down in Florida. A lot of times you have a lot of water down there. It can flood. So I used to run my flood pattern used to be Miami. So a flood pattern is a level, whatever you guys want to call it. It's a exterior level or a sideline level where you can have a deep man. So it's a flood route. For those who don't know what the flood route is, outside guy or one guy goes deep, one guy goes intermediate, and then the one guy goes short. So it's a 3-man route. So I used to be able to yell on the sideline something like Green, California, Miami, and then we'll know what the play was. For those listening, you're probably gonna bring back a little bit of memories, but
nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia. I remember.
Jeff, we can't say that on here. I don't think we can say.
And then
you just typed out.
The bad guy absolutely said one of my favorite plays was I would yell out White Peabody, Massachusetts. That play was a power, right? So by formation, I would go White Power. So I would basically just call White Power, and I will never forget. And I'm yelling it like Eli said, and then I'll never forget Ty Gomes. He was like, "Coach, know what you're saying, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, run power. Just run the power, White Power. Just run it." Like, Coach, and he and I was like, "Oh my god!" I felt so bad. But to be fair, the opposite of white was black. So white was my eye right, black was eye left. So I had black power too. I just called it White Power more because Vance was my left guard, and he would be able to pull a lot better. No, actually, no. Vance, they're my right guard. Yeah, they're my right side. Vance and Zach, right?
Right side, yes.
Yeah.
Right
so
on the
it
right
was
side.
Angela. First time I heard that shit, I was like, man, it's crazy. Yeah, there's me. So, as me installing a no huddle, I always like to try to throw names. So instead of me yelling White Power, I would yell White Peabody, and Peabody was my power. And then we ran left every play. We didn't. No, we ran to the defensive left every play. I ran to the right every play because you got to know what your line is. So as a coach, stop it, bud. As a coach, you want to get your linemen. And for me, I've always had my stronger run game guys, my better run blocking linemen are to my right, and my pass blocking more to my left.
To your left.
And therefore, people more agile, protects the quarterback's backside. And Owen, go upstairs. And then it's you can't have that. I need the light on, bud. So it's yeah, that's what I would do. I'd have the pass blocking on the left side, running on the right side, and just made it a lot better overall. So, absolutely not. Go upstairs. I'm going to get your mother down here. Now, I'm going to call your mother to get down here. Yeah, Frazier. This is a bad night.
And man,
Anyways,
we have to do it on a Sunday night. You know,
he
we
should
can
be in
move it
bed
around.
right now. I don't know what he's doing. It's really frustrating.
Call stage 5.
I know. Go get mama. Go get mama now. Tell mama to get down here now.
Do you do a podcast when I'm later?
We'll do a podcast later. You and me will do a podcast later. Okay, right, buddy?
Mhm.
With just me and you. So, yeah, that's how running a no huddle. Oh my god. Frazier, I'm gonna have you take this for a second. I'm gonna
Bet.
yeah.
Bet. I'm going to talk to the chat to myself.
Cool. Well, yeah. Chat to yourself. You're on.
No, I'm
You're
saying
on
the chat.
big,
I'm talking
so-
to the chat.
You can go, and I'm going to. Yeah.
What'd you
People talk.
say? Car got left in the trunk. Wow. Wow.
What happened? I
Oh,
missed
wow.
that.
Nothing. It's okay. Chris, what up, baby? Chris, when are you going to unretire, my guy? I need you to unretire. Chris, I definitely need you to unretire, bro. I know you're a family man now. You know what I mean? I can't be mad about that. But I need you to honor. John is having a rough time with his son, boy. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey, did you really tell Owen that you're gonna call? Yeah, call her stage 5. I shouldn't call her stage 5 one. It's kind of messed up calling her stage 5. But that's how she knows. Nicole. That's her name, Nicole. So what have you guys been up to, man? A lot of you cats on here I haven't seen in a while.
Stage 5. You talk about her again?
Yeah, no. I said I don't want to call her stage 5 because it's kind of messed up.
Oh
'Cause-
man.
She's a great young lady.
Oh, I'm gonna have to really. She is a great young lady. That's why I married her. So she's a great wife, great mom, and
She's great.
this is the most frustrating show I've ever done. So yeah, as for no huddle, I always like to off the smack the kid. Pretty much Angelo. I feel like I'm doing that. I feel
Yeah.
like doing that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, back
He's
to no
hard-headed.
huddle. I like to install a no huddle day one of practice. So
Yeah.
you know, people know when I'm out there. It's so easy where you can just yell instead of yelling white power or black power, you're yelling white Peabody or black.
Yo,
Peabody.
you're killing the power. You're ODing
So
on the
to
power.
me,
right now.
the power is the best play in football. I love that play. I think if you
What?
can get the team to run it, where you're down, kick out, fold around.
Not the
or
dive. I
pull
think
around.
a dive, a good dive. Well, it's kind of like the same thing, but a dive is just. I think a good dive, or a crack toss.
Great
place.
You love the crack
Great place.
toss.
Great.
Do you know
plays.
that I have 3 DVDs from like 2005?
Really?
Yeah,
The crack
One-
toss, man.
I think you
That was
ran
a staple.
against Woonsocket in Plymouth. I think you ran it. You basically like murdered some dude.
Oh my
So-
god, that was a great play. That was
Yeah.
a great play.
It
That was a young buck then. A nice young buck.
I
young
know.
buck.
No. Yeah. Let's see. Bunny's on here. Batch is on here.
man. Oh, let's
Yeah, I
talk
think-
football, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about football. So, anyways, that's how I like. Anybody have any questions on football? Like, I love talking X's and O's. You know, I would always have a unique way of determining right and left. This is like the weirdest show. Like, Frazier's eating. I'm trying to smack my
sorry.
kid. You know,
The weirdest show. Hey, this is what makes great viewing.
it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I know, Jeff. That's what I deal with. So, for me, I always have. There's a lot of ways you can call like right and left, but you got to make it so the defense doesn't know either. So I always have like dummy calls too. Would use, you know, James would use this a lot. Jimmy Y would use this like chainsaw. Like you have a lot of dummy stuff that you just throw out there, and people like they're just guessing what your play is going to be. So, you know, with a no huddle, you can really. Everyone does the same shit. So defense studies. So yeah, pretty much. Bunny defense is just like, yeah, we're just gonna run that shit. So as for like,
For
what,
sure,
Bunny?
Sousa, for sure. You
Yeah.
said it's just whatever.
Yeah, and you know, I could yell out on the sideline. So say if it's like the first quarter, first half, or second half, I would call 2 plays. And if it's the first half, it's the first one I say. So say I wanted to run let's just say I want to run white with the run play. Right, let's say toss. I used to call my toss taunting. So I'll be white and black taunting, right? So
I thought you were
white
going to say power
taunting,
again.
if I want to run taunting to the right side, I might yell something like white taunting Massachusetts. But if I was running no huddle the whole game, I would yell like white taunting Miami, Massachusetts. So now they're hearing Miami, they're also hearing Taunton. They're like, which one we were running? When we knew it was the first half, we run the first thing I say, second half run the second. So second half, I'm doing the same thing. I'm calling, I wouldn't call white. I'd probably call white Arizona. So maybe I would call like, white Arizona, Taunton, Massachusetts. So white Arizona, Taunton, Massachusetts. And they know. And then you'll have like the count, which would be like on nickel, penny, dime, all this stuff that tells when we're going to run the count. So when doing no huddle, yeah, no shit, Angelo. But it worked. It worked well. It's just good so we can, audible the line. And if you audible the line, you're there and you're going to yell 37. It was white Taunton, Massachusetts. It's 3 words to run toss. What's better than saying pro right, toss right? Or pro right, toss left, Angelo. It's the same thing, except players have to learn the different terminology. And that's what I did.
Here's my
as a
question.
coach. Yeah.
Here's my question, right?
Yep.
Why? So, for example, if you're struggling as a team, right? For example, you're down, I don't know, let's say like a touchdown or 2.
Yeah.
Right? Why maybe it's a semi-pro thing. Why don't we just go out there and go literally no huddle the whole time?
A lot of teams can't run no huddle because they don't have the organization of practices to do it. Where like we made it a thing day one that we're going to learn no huddle day one. So that's why if you miss a lot of practices and you want to play,
pause.
and you want to play, I'm like, do you know what you're running? Then you're not on the field. So that's why it was hard when players like I've had some stud play. I remember there's a player, Omar Phillips, that joined one year, and another one, I think it was Cox joined, I think the COVID year. We have like some really good talented players, but if they come in late and they don't know the not at practices, they don't know the plays. Like, how can I play them? So because Jeff says because the O-line's fat and out of shape, so he can't run no huddle. So.
I think a lot of teams, and I was on, I think the Admirals did a really good job. Eddie, the offensive coordinator, he either one of 2 things: either he'd no huddle you, or he'll run so much motion that by the time you actually think about what you have to think too much. You know what I mean? So you're like, okay, he's moving. What do this if move? And you see this back and forth. It's all for show. The play is very simple, but everything he just moves it. But as I've gone through my semi-pro career and I look at teams like that are down, or you have a team like on your heel, bro, I'll just go no huddle. As an offensive coordinator, me personally, if I can get 10 plays known, I'll go no huddle and just run semi-pro, because teams you just get so tired on the defense going downhill all the time. Yep. So if you're run right, run left, easy stuff, you just pick it, go. Quick, short passes, go. And just hop to the line every single time. Yep. I think that's an easy way to beat a team, especially in semi-pro. Unless you have studs on defense, then it's different. So,
yep. And the thing is that I noticed throughout my career in semi-pro is that when people if I went to no huddle, a lot of times being no huddle is quick, as fast. The defense now, they don't have the time to rest as much as they normally would.
Correct.
Because you're still running fast. Unless you're scoring, it's great. So you have to know as a coach, if you're running no huddle, if you're not scoring, you're going to have to scale that back, because if not, you're doing 3 and outs and they're marching the ball on you. The defense is going to be like, what the hell, on the field all game long? And so it's like you got to get that like happy medium of when you're going to go no huddle and when you're going to pull back too. But I totally agree. I love the no huddle. I wish I could run all no huddle. I remember when you were away in school, I think you were at Dartmouth at the time. I was with the Gladiators, and we're playing the Western Mass Blitzing Bears, they had maybe 15 people, but they were all studs. They played both ways every game, and our game plan was, let's go no huddle. and just get them because we had 60 deep. We had so many guys. I'm like, let's go no huddle. Let's attack them, and we ended up beating them. It was like a really good victory. They had an amazing quarterback in Brady. Sean Brady, his name was. They had his kid Vaz. Mike Vaz was just like he was like he actually reminds me of one of the kids that we're gonna see today. So yeah, a lot of good talent out there, and we ended up beating them. It was awesome, and yeah, just like you said, Angelo, fresh legs, it works, and you get these big guys. There are a couple plays where you get them rotating in. I think I was against that at one point. I think I was arguing with you one time about that, Angelo. What are you doing? Some of those guys in, I don't know if I was.
Yeah, I hate being subbed out. That is a irk that irks me because like it takes me like I'm like a train. It takes me a while to get going, and as soon as you get going, they're like, "No, you got to come out." I'm like, "Bro, are you serious right now? Like this is what we're doing?" Yeah, it's a very frustrating. It's very. I mean, I know everybody has to play, but if I'm in the game, man, don't take me out.
Not everybody has to play. People earn the right to play.
I get it. You're in semi-pro, bro, but like, don't take me out, man. That's it. And I think I've learned a little bit, especially playing the gladiators. I mean, not the gladiators, the admirals. I'm like, all right, like you have people, you have talent, stuff like that. But I'm just like, that's why I'm running right now. I actually went for a run the other day. Believe it or not, it's probably one of the worst things I've ever done in my life.
Why would you do that?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. You just build your stamina. It's just because I no longer like if I'm going to go in the next 2 years, play and be done. Like my goal is to literally just be the best that I can be, no matter what. Like I have to be in shape. I want to be like fit, strong. You know what I mean? Lean. I'm eating like all meat right now. That's my dinner, like meat. And then I'm going to after this. After I prep the food, I got to prep for my girls thing. Going to run, then go to the gym.
There you go. See, so you're doing exercise. I'm doing extra fries.
Wow.
Anyways,
wow.
Wow.
Wow, we move on.
Owen wants to work out with me now. He's like, Daddy, I want to have abs. Can I work out with you? I'm like, you want me to work out with you? So he wants to do.
Have you ever had abs?
So
when you were like 15, did you have abs?
I had abs at like 18, 17, 18.
18?
Yeah.
Then what happened? You moved out.
Yeah, I moved out. I end up being hey, I looked good when I played. When I was covering you. I was a cornerback. I was somewhat decent. What happened was I tore my knee. Oh
wow.
In the 2004 playoff game. You weren't on a team back then. So in 2004, so that's right. You didn't see my shape. So
it was right after that I joined.
Yeah, we're playing the Western Mass Wolverines in the playoffs. It was 7-0. We're down in the end zone. James, good James Etanis throws his 90 Malcolm, which is a slant flat route. Tries to throw the slant, gets picked off. Guy gets tackled the 1 yard line, like their own one, because we're in the end zone trying to score. So I'm corner, and Tony Green was my coach actually, and I love Tony. He would have, I think it was called hot. I forget what he called it, but I'll line up on the edge. So if I had no receiver, they had tight. So they went like twins right, tight left, and then I formation. So my job was to blitz because the DN's job was to hold up the tight end as much as possible. So I came right off the edge, quarterback drop back to pass. I get in there, I force him to fumble by I'm spinning around, and my knee just hit something. It just, I tore my MCL, and then I came back the 05 season when I met you. I wasn't fat, but I was, because I was hurt. I missed weeks. I kind of just whatever, and started gaining weight, and then
didn't stop since then.
Didn't stop. I remember going to remember Matty Costello. So I remember going to, I think it was Dave Rodriguez's Halloween party, and like everybody showed up there. All like the old Outlaws were there. It was a big gladiator party. It's like 2010. And I show up, and he goes, "Wow, you got fat, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, I did. It just happened overnight." It was just like, boom. Man. Yeah.
Shout out to Matty Costello chilling in Florida. He's at HVAC Tech in Florida now or something like that.
Yeah, he's done well for himself. I think they're still married to Michelle too. So
no, he's married to Michelle. Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, I remember that Vermont trip was a little shaky, but
so this is 20 years since 05 season.
Jesus Christ.
Undefeated season. We should do a reunion, 20-year reunion, get all the old Outlaws.
Can you even
back.
find everybody though?
I can find everybody. Facebook.
You can?
Yeah. I have a podcast, so just, hey, guys, let's do it.
Everybody hop on. Nah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
That'd be dope, man, to see everybody from the past.
then I want to do a 15-year for the first Gladiator Championship, and then I want
That's
to do a
pretty sick.
3-year for the Hurricane Championship. There we go. Have a
That'd be
fun
sick.
year.
Spend a lot of money though. You got bread. You got bread.
No. I have 2 kids, and no.
You want to do all these reunions, bro.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun, don't you? It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
definitely fun. I mean, the thing is, like, I see half of these, like the Hurricane guys, I still see on a daily. I mean, on a weekly basis, mostly right now.
Mhm.
They're on my Facebook. They pop up and stuff like that. But the old school, like '05 squad, like Outlaw squad.
Yep.
Remember Terry?
Oh yeah, Terry. Dude, let
Dude, I
me
wonder
tell
where
you,
Terry is.
Terry Lee. Do you want to tell the story? Or you want-
No, go ahead, bro. Terry Lee was a machine.
He was. Do you know about his history?
No, I have no idea.
It's like, I mean, he was amazing. So he was like 50 years old.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, and he could play when he played. He could play. Do
Machine.
you know why he didn't play football for so long?
No.
He was. I don't know if I should put out that. I've already said his name. I don't know if I want to pass a lot of personal information, but Terry Lee was awesome.
No.
He was.
He had some issues.
He
had
was
some
away.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I would have
issues.
done the same thing he did. I would have been 20 years as well for
What a situation.
the situation.
Dude, when that dude came on the field, bro, I now know, like looking back at that time, when you come and you put on like, your knee brace, you put on like your elbow brace, you got a face mask, a helmet on and got the neck. I'm like, yo, this man is putting on everything to protect every part of his body, bro.
Yep.
I was just like, and as a young kid at like, 2021, I was like, why are you doing all that? It's not necessary. Now? Oh,
Hey, where's Terry? I need those knee braces and elbow pads.
yo, man. I'm like, hey, man, look good out the window at this point. Out the window with the look good thing, bro. Look out the window. I'm literally about like, hey, let me actually put this brace on because I need to protect my knees and.
Yep.
But Terry, man, when he's on the field, remember Larry too? Larry, oh my God,
yep.
Larry was just a machine.
Larry
He had just.
Larry played with me. I want to say. I think he played for the Hurricanes for a season.
It did? I think so. Yeah, I think he came back for like
Yeah.
one season. Yeah,
Yep. I miss Larry. Larry was awesome. So
crazy, man.
Yeah,
Those are good dudes.
we had some fun times. So
Those were good dudes, man. Good dudes. All right, man. We need to get to this football.
I know, right? Let's talk
Almost
some
an hour.
football. So I was.
Let's-
Do you want? Let's roll this play here and let
Yeah.
you. Yeah, let's just roll this. I want to see after. So this is a game.
What game is
Falcons versus the Bruins. Now, before we get into the Bruins and the Falcons, I do want to talk about the Bruins. They are 0-4, I think. They haven't scored since week 1. I think Batch said something like that on the message board. But that team, they're ballers. They can play. They've played all the tough teams, very close. They almost beat I don't say almost beat, but they had the Warhawks to only 12 points until the last play of the game, and then Larry, what was Larry's? Gregory, I think it is. Larry Gregory. was his name?
No. That's a
Larry.
different Larry. That's a
Who's
different
Larry? Larry was Larry's
I don't know what
name?
Larry's asking. I can see his face. I just don't know.
I
his
know.
name.
What's Larry's name? Oh my god.
No,
Anyways,
no.
so the Bulls, the Bruins, they played the Bulldogs pretty tough. I think they just need to get better on offense, and they need to find ways to get. Larry Tager was not Larry Tager, but Larry Tager was good. They need to find a way to get the Tajay Montgomery open and get him into space, and he's
no huddle, man. I'm telling you, no huddle. A lot of teams could benefit from no huddle. If you're a team that is struggling against a good team, go no huddle.
Can you
I'm
imagine?
telling you, that's a secret sauce.
Can you imagine if the Bruins come out next week and they're like, Green, Miami, Massachusetts, Green, Miami, Massachusetts? I'm just kidding.
But I think a lot of these teams, like, I mean, let's take like the Chargers. The Chargers, if they just huddle up and call the play at the line,
yep,
they could probably score a couple TDs.
Yeah,
because in games they're close. You know what I mean? Especially the first quarter, first half. Those teams are there. It's just the second half. There's everything takes over. Like
Yeah.
athleticism just becomes better. You know what I'm saying? You can't control that. But I mean, the Bruins. I'm sorry, I used to make your mistake now. The Bruins definitely played the Cardinals really well.
Yeah.
But again, I think the
that's
Cardinals are putting it
Bulldogs
together.
played the
Though.
Cardinals. Bruins played the
Bulldogs.
Falcons. Yeah.
I'm looking at 2 games in my head right now.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my own situation here because I have to
Do it. Let's go
talking.
into the.
You have the film?
Let's go right into
All right,
Trumbull
there you
High
go.
School, home of the Eagles, actually home of the Bruins. So this right here is a punt. This kid right here
Should have never done
is
that.
a beast. Maz Williams, I believe his name is.
Number 4?
Number 4. This is like his highlight. But anyways, this is out of sync. This is the second quarter after after Maz scored. But
That's just not blocking at all. Nobody's in blocking.
interception,
No
pick
effort.
6. So here's
No effort right there.
here's the first touchdown of the game. This is
Whoop, whoop,
Williams
1.
right here.
Oh wow. Bad
Look at
tackle.
this kid go. Absolutely
Speed.
beast mode. This kid
Speed
right
just
here,
kills.
this game has him looking into King of the Spring. He is just watch this is like his highlight film. This whole game was like his highlights. It's
It's a young YN right there. That's definitely a young YN.
He is good. Now check this out. They're up 6-0 in the second quarter.
Yeah.
He's playing defense. Comes down off the edge. Oh, sorry, through
Bad
the middle,
snap. Oof.
and he gets a safety. Number 4. Same
It's a
guy.
bad snap.
Yep, but another safety. So this is what's this play right here? I don't know what this is here. This is the Bruins coming down, takes a snap. Oh, this is a fumble.
Why would he even do that?
People, it's tough when you're a quarterback to realize. But guess who's there? Number 4, fumble recovery again.
This kid has a team on his back. He said, "Hey, I'm carrying the ball
He's
today,
like
cold or whatever."
He goes, and this is, mind you, pouring. Oh, watch this. Everybody watch this. This right here is.
Oh God, I saw this.
and
I saw this. Yo, let me tell you
comes
something.
in.
Let me tell you
lays
something.
him out. Yeah.
When I saw that play, can you run that back? No.
I can probably run it back. Let's see.
Yo, when I saw that play,
Oh, I don't want to do that. That's not the.
oh, that's fine. Anyways, that play's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
because I was watching the game and I missed it, and I was like, "Oh, what was everybody like posting about?" I was like, "What's going on?"
Yep.
And then I saw that. Hey, let me tell you something. As a person, if I'm gonna be very honest with you, Jadeveon Clowney had a hit like that.
Yeah. Here's right here.
This play right here is a grown man play.
Yep.
You hit somebody like that, bro. I don't know. I think I'll just put my helmet. I'll be like, hey, listen, I'm good. I don't need to see anything else. I'm good. I'm all set. I'm all set. I'll take my helmet off. Like, coach, it's a wrap for me.
Yeah. I
Now,
mean, that was just.
I'm not just say to the team. I'm not saying you guys didn't protect, but you guys gave this kid a free ride, just a free hit at this guy, bro. That's just. Shh. If I'm on offense, if I'm the offensive line or somebody like that, I'm pissed. Like, I'm pissed. I'm that running back, bro. Like, it's not your fault, sir. I apologize that you're going to be talked about like this. It's not your fault. Your line didn't block for you.
Yep.
But, man, you can't let that happen, man. That kid, number 4, is all over the whole film all the time.
It was his Malik Williamson is his name.
Malik Williamson?
Maz. Yeah.
Kid, you're a baller. You're a baller, kid.
Yeah,
you're an
he
absolute
is.
baller. Facts. For you to do that, I mean, where is he playing in the fall?
I don't know. He's going to cause problems. That kid is a beast. He is, and he's done this year in, year out. He had a couple of, actually, I think it was, he had a couple kick return touchdowns a couple weeks ago. So he's been putting stats up all season, and
It's a beast, bro.
I've been watching him. So I've been getting the films after the podcast. So
Yeah.
I've had like Dave Donahue and stuff reaching out to me. They're like, "Hey, who you how about how come you not talk about us?" It's like, well, I haven't seen the film, so I'm getting the film. I'm watching them, and that Falcons team, I'm telling you, is
Legit.
legit, and they've played.
Legit.
They yeah, they're very good. Now the other thing you think about King of the Spring, Cologne played in the Bulldogs. Cologne finally had some competition and played the. I don't want to say finally. They played the Ducks. He had awesome against Ducks, but he really had
Yeah.
that one touchdown, and then he had it for the quarterback at the end of the game to run it in. But the Cardinals did a very good job at stopping him, which was very good job
I
on
needed
their end.
I think honestly, I think the Cardinals game, right?
Yep.
That's the Bulldogs,
Cardinals Bulldogs.
right?
Yep,
Yeah,
Yep.
that was a statement game. They needed that game,
they did.
and they needed the thing they needed a shutout to make a statement to say, all right, listen, we may have made some mistakes, but we're back.
Yeah.
Batch for sure, 100% said player of the week. Yeah, play of the week for sure.
Yeah, Malik
And
Williamson,
player and play of the week.
and he's right up there in the King of the Spring. He
walked his way right into.
Yeah.
He's easily top 5 without question.
A couple of weeks ago, I know he had I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. He had like a kick return touchdown against the Chargers. He had a huge game against the Chargers.
He's slowly proving himself, man. Slowly proving himself.
Yep. And like to me, I watched the Cardinals game, and there wasn't really anybody that really, because it was just two really, really good teams, and they go against each other as a 2-0 game, so no one really like shined, I guess I should say, for the Falcons. I mean, the defense played amazing, obviously, but there was no like offensive star power. And then they played.
Well, that was a game where it was a defensive game. It's like
2-0,
a baseball score. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's a baseball score. You don't.
So I looked at it as let me see how it goes. They got talent. I'm just unsure because Cardinals drove to the Falcons, so it's just a lot of like questions I still had. And then once they play a decent team, they did well against the Chargers. The Raiders they just annihilated. They did well against the Chargers, and then to come out and just do what they did, or have him do what they did against the Bruins was amazing. And I'll get to the King of Spring later, but that was kind of go over the rankings, and we can just debate on who it is. And what I think we should do instead of you and I, Frazier, talking about it, I think we need to
Put a poll up.
Yeah, I think we do a poll and have everybody kind of vote, and then we can take
Have the
vote,
players vote for the
and
players
then we can
and discuss it.
Yeah, because players, they always vote for their boys too, though. So that's what you got to watch out for. So we got to make a caveat, like you can't vote for your team player or something like that. I mean, I want to see if we can get
How are you going to stop somebody from voting for their team, though?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what they say, that we can discuss, and we can pick and choose who we like. So,
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to vote, or somebody's going to vote for themselves.
I mean, I would vote for myself. I think I should get Player of the Week. So,
you know what? Let's move on, man.
Let's move on. So this week, do you know what? Let's go into the we got the Bulldogs playing the Falcons this week. I want to pull up the Cardinals game. So this game cut out on me, so I couldn't watch the end of it. But if you want, I can let me see. If you want, I can actually pull it up for us, Frazier, and we can watch it on here, if that works.
Let's do it.
And yeah, let's do that. We'll do this. So we'll pull this up, watch a little bit of the game. I thought the Cardinals played great. They really shut down Cologne. And that's kind of like, I think what they game planned was to make sure that Cologne doesn't beat them.
Defense showed up.
And the defense
definitely
always showed up though. Cardinals defense has been amazing.
Yeah, but
And call
they let
that
us
dude
score,
Grave
though.
Digger. I like that, Jeff. We can do that. And hey, Red, I know you guys don't want the press. You guys like the fact that you're flying under the radar right now. I can tell, but it's not gonna last for. It's not like you guys are who you are. So I know what you guys can do at Cardinals, and we'll talk about that in a bit. So I do want to say the Warhawks beat the Raiders with a forfeit this week, so that was good. So the Warhawks are now undefeated. They're 4-0. So is the Falcons. And
yo, let me ask you a question. And
Yeah.
this is just.
what's that?
I don't mean no disrespect to the CT Raiders, right? No disrespect at all. Like, but I'm just gonna say why? Why? Just why? Why? Like, if you again, it's hard to run a team. I know it's hard to run a team, and it's hard to pull a team together. It's hard to get people together. Like, I mean, you're driving from Connecticut, all the way to Mass, New Hampshire. But like, if you're gonna do it, man, just can you just do it right? Like you gotta have commitment. Like, guys, we're going into this, we're gonna have to travel, you know? As an owner, and again, sir, I don't know the struggles you have on your team. Full disclosure. But man, like it was the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals they called it what, like an hour before the game or something like that.
So
And now this,
yeah.
like,
I mean, I spoke to Connell. Well, I didn't speak to. I spoke to him a little bit, but
Yeah.
it was the night before the Cardinals game, and it's like, well, we'll
Yeah.
see if I can get players. I spoke to players. They said they had 18 people ready to go to the Cardinals. So I don't know if I was lied to. I don't know what happened, but I don't want to hold anything against the players. I think that if I don't want. I got to be careful what I'm saying because I don't want to like
I
make
hear
it
you.
sound like I'm like
Me too. Me too. Me too.
yeah.
Me
I don't
too.
want to make it
Again,
sound like because I mean I had to make a decision what was best for. Like, he wanted to play the Warhawks and wanted the Warhawks to drive down there, but I'm thinking like, what if they're driving halfway down, or what if they show up there's 9 guys there? Because what I'm being told after the forfeit for the Cardinals,
yeah.
I had a lot of players calling me saying we're done with them. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, if they only had 18, I have 9 people telling me they're done with them. I think even have a game, a team,
Yeah.
and it's tough being a commissioner. I'm still learning the ropes of being a commissioner, but like as a player, as a coach, I mean, as an owner of a team, if a player was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna show up and I'll just show up in games, I'm like, no, we don't want you here. Like, I can do that as a coach, as an owner, but as like a commissioner, I gotta learn how to talk to teams. But like, I expect teams to run professional. I expect teams to have uniforms. I expect teams to have fields organized. Have I did it for 15 years. Like, I just expected. Maybe I just expect too much. I don't know. But that's
But again, I said this when we first started. That drive from Connecticut to anywhere is tough, and vice versa. The drive to Connecticut is tough, and the times you play sometimes can be very hard. You know what I mean? Like, if you're leaving Connecticut to get to a 6 o'clock game in Mass, you got to leave at like 3 o'clock.
right.
And that gets, and if you're working, if you have a life, you got to, whatever you got to do, you have to understand that is going to come into play. So if you're going to get, and again, it comes down to both players and teams, and owners, I'm sorry, but like, if you're going to make that commitment like right up front. Like, I'm playing for a team. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I'll be very upfront with you. Like, I run a car dealership, and it's going to take me a lot of time to get it. There's times I'm going to show up 5 minutes before a game. Now, if I'm a starter, I want to make sure that I at least show up within time to be with the team, at least in warmups. You know what I mean? You have to set that example. That's just a me thing. I'm not saying for everybody else. But if I'm like a bum on the team, which rarely I am, but I'm going to at least be like, hey, guys, I'm going to be late today, or this is going to happen, or let you know. And then sometimes I'll get out of work early. But the commitment level, man, I think is a problem in semi-pro. A lot of dudes, they want the shine, they don't want the grind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to show up and play, but in order to build continuity, in order to win games, you just can't go out and do whatever you want to do. And that people don't understand about football. And even at the semi-pro level, and that's why a lot of people aren't successful in life. That's why a lot of people aren't successful in sports, because they think they can just show up and do whatever they want to do, when there's somebody behind the scenes working harder than they did. There's somebody putting in the hours. There's somebody setting up something. There's somebody being more productive and making sure the things they need to do happen. That is the difference between somebody being a semi-pro and somebody being in the league, or somebody being in a higher level football. So you can't tell me like, hey, this is what we want to do. If there's 2 stories, like I said, there has to be something in the middle. Somebody made a mistake somewhere. Somebody said something wrong. Somebody didn't communicate. And now everybody is affected. And you as a team look stupid. You look stupid on the chat. You look stupid for your friends. You look stupid before, like, oh, yeah. Like, oh, they didn't show up. Like, why didn't you show up? Again, I don't know the circumstances. But the fact that you didn't show up 2 weeks in a row, bro, that's...
Well, the second week was I told them that they weren't going to play. So
That's diabolical, man. That's diabolical, bro.
so like I can't believe the players. I
Hey.
know I told Connell that he needs to focus on, if he wants to do it, focus on building a summer league team,
Yeah.
not he just isn't ready for the spring right now. And the players, I'm not going to punish them, so I let players join other teams for the rest of the season. I just felt like that was the most fair thing to do. That's one thing I always want to be, is fair. So
Yeah.
as you know, like I always try to just look at. I know everybody has things they want to do. People look at things differently. Like people aren't gonna like me. I know that too. Like I know people aren't gonna like me. Like it is what it is. I'm gonna make decisions that's gonna be what I think is gonna be best, and sometimes they're
Yeah.
good, sometimes they're not. But my whole thing is to try to do what's fair for everybody, and that's what I want. So definitely have to commit. Definitely need that. We do drive by and look at people at practices and stuff. We look for
Wait, hold on,
practices.
what?
That is
What?
something we're going to do in the summer.
Driving by
So,
practices?
yeah, we have guys, like we'll have commissioners and people that'll drive by, look at practices, and look how teams are doing. I've done it before for Harmon in the past. We do that as a league to make sure teams.
That's diabolical.
No, we got to make sure that we're putting out a good product. I don't want to.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's
That's
like Big Brother watching you.
hey, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be ready. So
Next thing, there's a drone in the sky looking over you, like, "What's up? What's up?"
yeah, that's me with the drone. So you got to realize, like I came in a month before the spring season even was about to kick off. So
Yeah.
I didn't even know half these teams, and
Right.
I was there for 2 days, got the schedule done, got everything done. Like looking back at it, I wish I did things a little differently with the schedule. Because if you look at it, all the tough teams, I don't want to say all the tough teams, but look at the schedules now. The top 4 teams really haven't played. Well, the top 5 teams, I should say, haven't played each other. They're just starting to. Yeah, the Falcons, Cardinals, Warhawks. Cardinals have had the toughest schedule, playing both the Falcons and the Warhawks, and then
they have driven the farthest, I think.
and the Bulldogs, and they've driven. Yeah, so they've had the toughest schedule overall. Where like the Falcons, the Ducks, and the Warhawks, they've only played one of the top tier teams. So it's going to be interesting to see how the end of the season ends. But speaking of the Cardinals, I do want to get to them because they are the 2-time defending champions. And I do want to point out here, I think Junior Brown's at quarterback. This is their first touchdown.
He's back. Mike Vick's back. Dot.
So it is there. He scored. That's the first touchdown. And then let's see. Like I said, they did a very good job defensively shutting down Cologne. The Ducks in their black. I like their black uniforms. They got some really good uniforms. And then this is their running QB. So they're still going with two QB style offense. And I remember the old adage, the old saying, if you have 2 QBs, you have none. And I don't know. What do you think about that, Frazier?
Listen, you ride the hot hand. You had that before. You had 2 QBs.
Yeah, I know.
You definitely had 2 QBs and used both of them in the game.
Did we win?
Jimmy Y went in and someone no. Not sure.
The year
I don't
we
remember.
did do that with Laterno and Jimmy Y.
Yeah.
I bet Laterno still hates me till these days, till this day.
You also used, when we were at the Gladiators, you used Laterno and Tremblett.
Tremblett, yeah, and Laterno. Well,
you
that's more of a package though, because Tremblett was.
But again, you said if you had 2 QB, you asked a question. So you have one with them because you just like to put your best players on the field, and you think you can accomplish more that way. You know what I mean?
Yep. I remember Tremblett. I'm trying to find the second touchdown for the Cardinals. So there's a little middle screen there to Barrows. Let's see, get up there. So they're punching in here. But I mean, give the Bulldogs credit too. They were in this game the whole way. You know, fourth down. Did they start? Yeah. And then I think the game cut out, so I couldn't get it all. Yeah, they ended up getting it. So on fourth down, they got a touchdown here. So I think it was that Storm. I don't know who that is. Yeah, so here it was 4th and 5. They had a penalty as well to get knocked back. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, that's a shit you can't be doing. And then they drop back, throw the ball, and kind of look at that coverage. And
Whoa.
What a catch. So I just wanted to show that. That was a touchdown. So
How?
let's go back. Let's go back and watch it. So
Safety, 15 yards middle of field, rolling over. Okay.
and like that's something as a
Definitely.
defense you got to know. You got to know down distance. You got to know what's going on here.
Corner looks like he's talking trash.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he wasn't focusing, but yeah, they ran that.
Chilling. Oh, yeah, right there.
So
Came
I
from
call
Rob.
that like a Delco,
Okay.
right? Delco route, something like that. So you basically have three. So you have trips to one side, other guy. So you're running like a three verticals to the trip
Yeah.
side.
Well, he
And
got the
then,
ball in there. He got right letter. The minute he came from behind that player, boom, ball was there.
Yep, and that was right before halftime too. So you got to
Yeah.
kind of know the situation. But like, no one even tried to make a jump on that ball either, which was tough. Now I don't. Was Clone even in on this play? I don't think Clone was in on that play. Trying to, yeah. And I love looking at film as a coach. I like seeing how other people react, and I go watch them on the play. I'm like, well, why didn't you do your job? You're the one saying why'd you let that touchdown? But a safety, ball's in the air.
Jimmy, shut up.
Ooh, excuse me.
Jimmy Wise talking trash.
Yeah, Jimmy Y. So we're talking. So today, Jimmy and I were talking. It's funny how he's on here, and we're chatting about how that year we were like the Gladiators won the championship, that first championship they won. We were like 7-0, and we took Laterno out and put Jimmy in, and we lost that game he started. They go 7-1, and we ended up going, I think, like 8-2, but won the championship with Jimmy at quarterback instead of Laterno. And it was just more of something that I know you probably listen to this, James. I'm not trying to blow your head up, but as like leadership skills, I love Matty. I think Matty's a great player. Matty Ice for a reason. He's won a shit ton of championships, but like I was looking at more of like a leadership that could be on the field, where Matt was a little more, I want to say, conservative. And
No, I can tell you from a player perspective, because you stood on the sideline half your life. Jimmy Y commanded the offense because he knew it, and he can just tell what to do at the moments. That's the leader. He was a vocal leader, right? That was Jimmy Y. Matty Ice was more like, all right, guys, let's do this. This is the play. This is what we're going to do. And he'd be like, hey, he'll get you out of a bad situation. But he wasn't going to come and rah in your face like, let's go. You're effing up. We don't care. Unless he got really pissed or if he got hit. If he got hit. Laterno got hit. Put him on here. If he got hit,
hold on. I just muted you for a sec. Hold on. How do I unmute you? I just deleted that thing and it muted everybody. All right, keep going. Sorry about that. And then Laterno did what?
So Laterno, to his defense, you put a line around him that he was untouchable. And the Gladiators rode that line till the wheels fell off. Like, yeah, Beto, all these. Like, that line was a solid D1 line. So he wasn't going to get touched regardless. He just had to see through the line to throw the ball. And once he did that, boom, he was good. So Laterno didn't have to do much talking. Jimmy in 05, when Aiello gave him the rock and said, hey, listen, we need to score here. And Jimmy will call no huddle, and he would be like, let's go, do this, do that. Laterno was more just like reserved. He was a reserved human. And Jimmy was more vocal. Because also, Jimmy, to his credit, he's a more outgoing person. Laterno, I love him, dude, but he's a quiet dude. He's just, personalities run teams. When you have a team leader that has a quiet personality but get plays done, you have another guy who riles the team up. Jimmy was the guy who rolled the team up. Like, you know what I mean? You score big, he was the first one running out there, jumping on, you know what I mean? So that's the difference between the two players. Good players, though. I think Laterno benefited from the fact that he had a really good line, which is what made him Matty Ice.
Yeah.
But
and like I think I like Laterno. I think he's great. Like he's a great player, and I love him
for sure.
Great person too. Like he's just an awesome person, and I just felt at that time it was a tough decision, but I think obviously it was the right one. But I just felt like that positivity that we needed was Jimmy coming in, and he did, and he was a former MVP, won the MVP when Matt was still young too. Like Matt started playing at the Outlaws in 07 at 19 years old or 20 years old. So
bro. I'm old,
he was
boy.
So he was what, like 23, and Jimmy was probably 23 as well. No, Jimmy, how old were you in
Probably like 48.
yeah,
48.
48. He looks like he's 48 now, but it's just I went with the
More
experience, went
experience.
with
Yeah.
more of a thing about James is the championship game. I'll never forget it. We're running, I think we're down 21-6 at half in the third quarter, and we end up scoring to make it 21-12, and then it's the fourth quarter. Yes, the fourth quarter, and we go maroon, which was split twins to the right, but I go combo, which brings the receivers 2 and 2 from each other, and they were in a cover 2, and so the reason you bring that combo is try to get the outside backer to at least split the
To
difference, if not
Yeah.
go with him. Well, their backer stayed in because Chewy was killing it that game, so James just sees it and runs a quick screen to McCray. He runs like a 70-yard touchdown, and that was like an on-field audible that
Yeah.
if we had
He saw
Letourneau,
that.
I don't know if Letourneau would have done that. And I'm not saying he wouldn't have, but like
Yeah.
Jimmy can see
Checking
that
with
stuff.
that.
And,
Yeah. For sure.
um,
For sure. I caught a lot of passes from that way. I
yeah,
caught a
right.
I caught
But-
a lot of passes. Like, no. You know, remember when Tom Brady was like, Gronk, stand up, and you audibly heard that?
Yeah.
Jimmy was like that. Hey,
Yeah.
do this, do that. And he'll come with stupid. But I've got a lot of passes of Jimmy off of just being very vocal, seeing something in the defense that the coach and the play doesn't provide, and then taking you out of it, putting you in a better situation.
Yeah. James just
I give him
says
credit for that.
nothing got me more fired up than the crack toss with you.
For
We
sure.
just talked about that earlier.
That was the
today.
best call. Listen, let me tell you something. I remember we were in Seacoast, Vermont, and we had, what's the dude's name, man? He played for the Pats, I think. He was an old dude, played for the Pats, and we needed like a spark. We just needed a spark. And Ayala was like, crack toss. I was like, yeah, for sure.
Was it Russ
And
Francis?
Jimmy was like, was it Francis? Was it
I think
Seacoast?
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, let's go. And I was just so amped in the huddle. I don't know where I was like, yo, let's go. Bro, when that crack got called and I ran down and I saw him, I was like, it's a wrap. After that hit, because back then, semi-pro was packed, bro. I remember that field was like a dirt field and it was sideline to sideline packed. Everybody was there. And the collective ooh in the crowd, I was like, that single-handedly changed that game. Like
Yeah.
when I hit that dude and he got up wobbly and I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
We got hype right now. Think about it. I'm hyped right now.
The best part with that championship game, the first one with James, I was like, I think we're winning 22. I forget what we ended up winning 32-21, which was amazing comeback. Like 2 minutes left in the third quarter, down by 21-6, and I think it was 20. So we're losing 21 to like 17 or something, whatever that number was. And I go to him like, run the counter left in the same formation, maroon counter left. I'm like, run counter left. He's like, do they know how to run it? Now, mind you, I haven't run counter like all year. He's like, do they know how to run it? I'm like, I don't know, but just run it. It's there. And Chewy busts for like a 70-yard touchdown. It was just like, to be as a coach and like having James like look at me like, do they know what they're doing? Do they know how to run it? I'm like, sure, yes they do. Let's just try it. You know,
that's football, man. That's those are some of the best wins when you come down and you're like, yo, we're not gonna win. I'll be honest with you, like I experienced that last year with the Admirals, bro. We were losing. When I tell you we're losing, I was like, yo, this is the one team that I thought I was actually gonna go play for and win. I was like, we're gonna lose on like this. Not that CT they were bums, but like they just acted a fool. And I was like, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. Literally, Jeff comes off the bench, supposed to be hurt. Nobody knows he's coming in. Comes in, a couple plays. So somehow they kick off to us. We get the ball. Bro, we get the ball. And you ever see something happen in slow motion in real life? Bro, this kid Dre runs a fade. I see it in real life. I see Jeff drop back. I see him turn, throw the ball in real life, slow motion. The ball was just like, shh. I was like, no, just going to get picked. And ball keeps going. I'm like, nope, he's ahead of him. Nope, oh, no. When I tell you that, when he caught the ball in the end zone with no second, mind you, the team was celebrating they won. They were celebrating. They scored a field goal. It was over. They were going to be champs. Bro, I was like, that moment, I remember being an outlaw. We were just like killing people, bro. I was like,
Yep.
this is why I play football. This is the reason why I'm on the field.
So that I was
Yeah,
at
I
that
need to.
game,
I need to.
obviously. You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Crazy.
when they kicked that field goal, I was like, they better not kick this off to the play. They should kick it out of bounds because. And then as soon as they
Kick
kicked
it,
it, the
man.
play, I go, they're gonna lose. And I was with
Yeah.
next to Nia, and Nia's like, no, they're not. I'm like, they're gonna. There's too much time left on the clock, and you got
Too much.
Costa. Too
Too
much.
much time,
It's like
bro.
5 seconds.
Much
I'm like,
time.
there's too much time left.
Too
Like
much
I've been
time.
doing this for a
Too much
long
time.
time. The way
Too
that
much
they
time.
looked, I'm looking at the field, and I just said to him like, they're gonna lose. Like it's the Admirals are gonna win. Like I was talking about the Bulls because we're like, well, it's good. Like, and I was just talking as obviously I had you and I had Blanchard, had like
Yeah.
all you guys that I coached that. So I wanted you guys to win, but as also like a fan of sport, it's cool to see other people win championships too. So
Yeah,
I was
bro.
kind of like, oh, it's pretty cool that the Bulls are gonna, I guess it's cool that they won. Like I was happy for them. And then as soon as they kicked it off, you guys got like that return, and I was like, you got and then there's a penalty I think too on the return. Oh, I just lost you again. Hold on. I'm so whenever I close something out on my thing, you go.
You got to
mute.
click my audio. You got to click my audio back in.
So yeah, it was when I closed something out though. Anyways, I wouldn't do it again. But yeah, I knew it was gonna. I just knew it was going to.
Guy, whether I'll be honest with you, that was probably the second time in my life I was like, this was one of the greatest feelings ever. And that's what sports does, man. You know what? Football does like such an amazing job of bringing people together from different backgrounds that you never thought would have come.
Mhm.
And forever in a life, I remember the first game we played against Mustangs on the with Admirals. I think I had like 8 kickoffs, and I literally have it on my Facebook. I tagged Menace in it because me and Menace were like, "Yo, did we just do 8 kickoffs in a game? Like straight up, we were on the field for kickoff 8 times. It's like this is stupid. It's ridiculous."
Yeah.
But those moments, you know what I mean? You forever relive those moments with those people because no matter what happens, like those are your people, you know? So, but
That's
bring it
why
back full circle.
That's why we play the sports. That's why I play the games.
This
we
is
play.
why. And this is why I can't stop, man. This is why I can't stop.
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
I hate to say you're going to have to drag me off the football field, but maybe I'm going to walk off. But I think if I win like maybe like 2 championships more, right now I got 2 fingers. I need at least 3.
Yeah.
If I can get 5, I'm done. Yeah. But that puts me in a very, 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 very old man. Like, I don't want to be like 48 to be like, oh, he's 48 playing.
Yep.
I don't want to be that guy because there's a bunch of people you see like, yeah, you guys are past your prime. I still got some in the tank. Personally, I think. And I got some in the tank for sure.
Yeah. You got some left. You got some left.
Well, man, like, I want to walk off and be like,
speaking about having some left, I do want to, what did James say here? Going to
Vermont. Singing We Ready. Facts, Jimmy. Facts.
Yeah. So that's the best play of this season. You threw to Roberto Duran. Don't remember that. So I do want to. I put together, like I told you, I put together a list of the top players. I have a formula that I have that talks about strength of schedule, all that stuff. So
can you share that on the screen with me and keep my audio?
Oh, I don't want to do that. So I can. How come it's not? I'll just do this here. All right. I don't know why this is showing up on my.
So small.
I know. How do I make it big right here? Do you know what? Let's do this. I know how to do it. So this.
I was
going
to say something, but we're in a podcast.
I know what you're gonna say.
Hold on, let me make my screen bigger. There you go.
There we go. So the top 20. I'll go over the top 5 first, so we can look at everything.
Bet. Let's go.
So this is New England top 20. Okay. What this is, I basically take strength of victory, margin of victory. I take strength of schedule. I take what else is it? Points for, points against, win losses, quality wins. Put it all into a formula, and the formula just punches this out. So I take it, and this is what we get. So the New Jersey Militia, they are undefeated in the NEAFL. They top the list at number 1. With a 1.5625 rating. And then you got the CT Falcons with a 1.315, the New York Green Wave, which is in the Big East Football League, and then the Seacoast Warhawks at 1.3075. So as you see, a lot of close to the numbers. The difference between like the Falcons and the Warhawks is like nothing.
Right
like,
there. Yeah.
0.07. That's like
So you're looking at the difference between somebody being shut out and somebody not being shut out. That's
Correct.
kind of like the formula comes out
Yep.
to be. Okay.
So that's what it comes out. And because the Falcons haven't let up any points, and the Warhawks have, that's like the big difference on that. So then you got the Golden Lions in the Big East football, and then going down, we've got
1 second. Jeffrey goes 50 piece on the underdog in the chip. Jeff, real talk. I think we all knew that we were going to win that game, especially after we played that first game. We knew that they were going to get handled. But anyways, keep going.
They did.
Eagles knew that. They knew the deal.
So this is the rest of it here. So
Okay.
number 6, the Empire State Wolfpack, but then you got the Cardinals in at number 7. So if you look at ECFL rankings, you got the Falcons. As I spelt your name wrong, I am so sorry, Falcons. I just realized that I was doing it very quickly, and I don't know what the heck that is. I left out an O and an E. But they're number 1. You got the Warhawks at number 2. And then Cardinals at number 3.
Cardinals.
So ECFL, you're looking at Falcons,
Bulldogs.
Warhawks, Cardinals, and then we go down to the Bulldogs at 4, Ducks at 5. And look at them, like their
All
rating
right.
is still.
So let me
very,
ask you a
very
question.
close.
Yeah, you're right. I can see where the Ducks are, yeah, because they lost that one game, yeah.
That they lost to the Bulldogs. So the
Yeah.
only human factor this has in it is rankings. So
Okay.
I take rankings from the 3 Bleezies, and I rank them myself on who I think.
Okay.
And it takes the average of the 2, and then it rates them here. So that's the only human factor in there, is that when you have a ranking system. So basically, like the BCS, where they have a coaches poll and the USA Today poll,
Yeah.
it's like the same thing I'm doing with 2 different people ranking teams. So that's the only human element. Everything else is done through the algorithm that populates these numbers in there. So say if I rank the Cardinals over the Falcons, they will shoot up, but they have 2 losses still, no matter what. And the losses kind of hurt the overall, because you get points per wins, but you don't get points per losses. So
Gotcha.
they get a quality win, though, it boosts them up again. So yeah, that's just kind of how that works out there. But what questions? Do you like it? Look cool?
No, it looks dope. I think for you to come up with this is pretty nifty. You're not good at technology, but you're definitely good at Excel. That's a fact.
Thank you. Yeah.
So
I am
yeah,
pretty
no,
good at
this
Excel.
is pretty dope. Some of these teams I would love to see play, though. You know what I mean? I'd love to see some of them in action, because it would definitely kind of it would lend a little bit more to the credibility of who they are. I'm not saying these, like New Jersey Militia, I'm not saying they're not nasty, but like, can I get, could New Jersey play the winner of the ECFL? Can we have an NEAFL, ECFL, bowl game or something like that?
I would love
is
that.
that something that's
I mean,
possible?
if the players want
that'd be cool to see.
The problem is with that is a lot of teams still go into the
Summer.
they go into the summer league, and a lot of the players play summer. So that's gonna be the biggest issue with that. So that to me would be the reason why we can't do that. So that's just my thoughts on that. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then lastly, I do want to talk about King of the Spring. So you saw again? Wow. All right. I am so bad at this audio stuff here. It's weird when I get something out, how you just mute yourself.
Would you like me to tell you the what you're doing?
Yeah, what am I doing?
So your audio, anytime you bring anything in, takes me out, and then you got to put me back in. When you take it out, you have to do the same exact thing.
So how do I get it so that doesn't happen?
You have to lock my audio. There should be a lock where you can lock my audio.
All right, I will do.
I don't know how to do it though. I haven't done it in a long time. But anyways, King of Spring.
King of the Spring. Let's talk about it. So
yeah, let's get it.
I'm not going to rank who's number 1, who's number 2. Like I said, I think we. So I'm trying to lock your thing now. I think we just kind of talk about our nominations, and then we can kind of go from there. What do you think about that?
All right. So playing this week, I just can nominate. I got number 4, man. Number 4 from the
Malik Williamson.
Falcons.
Yeah.
Williamson from the Falcons.
Yep.
I mean, out of there's only 2 games that were played, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the other
It
one
was.
wasn't even a game. It wasn't a game. So East Coast, obviously, the East Coast Bulldogs game. The Cardinals Bulldog game. I mean, I'd have to go with from there. I'd have to go with the Cardinals defense
Yeah.
as my winners. Like the defense putting up a zero, even though we're driving. I got to give them that. Putting up a donut is necessary. But CT Williamson, 100%, bro. You carried the team on your back. You made the players of the week. You, for me, are the player of the week. Like, you just stood out. Like, you know what I mean? They say, eye in the sky don't lie. The tape doesn't lie. He definitely, like, he made every play pretty much from the way it looks like, and especially highlights. So,
Yeah.
that's my guy.
I know I said I wasn't going to rank people for the season.
Then don't rank them.
But I think we should. Like, what do you think?
Listen,
like,
bro.
not a really ranking, but sort of like a guess. Like we have, I mean, Williamson has totally just skyrocketed in.
Yeah.
Cologne is still in there. He's still a beast, right? Had a little
Batchelder.
touchdown, but I want to see better competition and what he's going to do against better competition, because the Ducks, like, yeah, they're scoring points, but they played the Chargers, they played the Raiders, they played the Bruins, who haven't won a game, and then they finally play a team that has won a game and they lost. Like, are the Ducks really even that good? We don't know.
No,
man,
come on, bro. Come on. I'm a little biased with the Ducks.
I know they're good, but this week they're going to go to the Seacoast Warhawks.
That's the game of the week.
That's 100% the game of the week. And
that's the game of the week.
If Lou Gonzalez can do what he does and Dutchy can perform, it's going to... I was watching the commercial that the Warhawks had, and it was it's going to be a game of defense. Game of offense, and what defense is going to be able to stop them. You have Batchelder, who, in my opinion, right now, Batchelder, is that better? Batch.
You saying the British voice. Batchelder.
So we have Batch. Is that better?
Batch is way better. That's his nickname from now, Batch.
In my opinion. He's played the best competition, and he's came to play, and he's performed on every single game. And right now, I have him as my number one slot, I think Batch took over, even though he didn't play. He took over. I think you got Cologne and Williamson, who are both absolutely beasts. Dutchy kind of lost a little bit after last game, but
because he's not getting targeted as much as he wants to do. Like, so.
And he just
Is this the last week, or we have one more week after this?
We got like 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks after this?
Yep. And then the playoffs.
Because it's done in June, right?
We go till May 3rd. May 10th. I'm sorry, May 10th. And then playoffs. No, May 3rd.
It's 6 games, right?
7. Yeah, it's supposed to be 8, but 7. Because now.
So if we are here.
7, 8, 9.
So here's what I'm going to predict. Here's my prediction.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my prediction. Based on the way the Falcons are playing right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Falcons are going to come out on top. Okay, that's just me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing.
Don't be mad at me for this, but I think the Bruins are going to play the Seacoast the Cardinals closer than they think.
Oh, why would I be mad at that?
Because
or the Cardinals?
Yeah, no, the people in the comments.
Watching.
Yeah. And then if they travel, this is a own. Okay, here's the caveat. Only because I'm biased. Batch, still my guy, Raj. But I think if in the Dome, if Rhode Island travels well, they could pull off an upset. If Rhode Island travels well, if they don't travel well, they're gonna get beat for sure, without question. But if they travel well and everybody shows up 100%, this game is going to be a lot closer, and Rhode Island may pull it out just because the weapons they have on the outside. And even though the Warhawks faced the Cardinals way back and was a very tight game, I believe if only because the Rhode Island Ducks have better continuity and a slightly better receiving core. So I bail myself out, but I think the Ducks can, if they travel well. If they don't travel well, game's over. But if they travel well, I think, watch out for our running QB, a good running back, and receivers that can get the ball down that are dogs. That's where I think
That's
they
a
may come in.
bold take, like
That's
very
a
very
bold take.
bold take.
That's a bold take. With a little bit of bias sprinkled in. You know what I mean?
You know that there's going to be no weather because the game's in
I
a
know.
dome.
I know.
So you're thinking, because even though it's going to be 78 and beautiful out on Saturday, I'm
just going off of a couple things. And again, like I said, it's receiving core and a quarterback that can run really well. You know, I haven't really seen that test for the Seacoast.
I mean, the Cardinals had Junior Brown and
but again,
Stone
and then
Smith
that, but again, I'm just saying, hear me out.
yeah,
That's just me. That's me.
You.
Okay, that's me. Let me be me.
Hey, I remember telling you, I was like, would you consider the Bulldogs beating the Ducks upset? And you're like, yeah, that'd be an upset. It's like, hey, anything can happen, you know. And I do think the Ducks. I know last week Buddha said that they haven't traveled well, and then James wants to know who my favorite QB of all time is, and obviously Ryan Tremblett is him, huh? I mean, I've had some good
he
ones.
tagged him in it. I mean, you had really good QBs.
I've had some. I've loved all my QBs.
But I'm just gonna say your favorite player of all time has to be me. The favorite athlete of all time is your boy. Yeah, has to be
100%.
So don't hate the player, hate the game. But yeah, I think that's where it is. But again, it all comes down to travel, man. It all comes down to travel.
Yeah,
I have a small affinity for the Ducks and the Cardinals. Those are like, you know, because I know a lot of people there. No disrespect to the Warhawks. I really do think you guys have a great team, but you have a challenge this week. So if you want to look at it in a good or a bad way, this is a challenge to you. Can you stop a team, if travel well, who have great outside guys? Are your DBs going to play, you know, and stop that wide receiving core? Because I'm telling you right, Dutchie's a one-man wrecking crew. He's open, he's gone. If he's even, he's leaving.
That's right.
But we're going to see. We're going to see.
If
I want to be proven wrong, but Ducks.
If I were the Ducks, I would install my no huddle this week against the Warhawks. Warhawks have a hell of a defense. Inside, interior, best interior I think out there. Right behind them, interior wise, is I said the Cardinals. Cardinals have a great interior defense. You know, linebackers, D line. Falcons.
And then Falcons, they have a great, you know, they're DBs, and that one linebacker Williamson, yeah, he's a one-man wrecking crew. But Cardinals, Falcons, I think right now interior defense is good, but complete defense, Warhawks, you guys got it. But I'm gonna see how the DBs hold up against speed on the outside. That's a huge thing.
Yeah,
you know, quarterback has to get the ball out there too. So,
High Fly wants to know what your favorite team is that you've ever played on. All-time favorite team
like
you ever played
semi-pro,
on.
Or just like period.
I don't know. You just said, what is your favorite team you ever played on?
That's tough.
He wants you to say tough. The 05 Outlaws is what he wants you to say.
No, for real. It really is the 05 Outlaws. And when I was in JUCO, my second year of second year of JUCO, my second year of JUCO squad for life. Like, I still talk to those dudes. We didn't win a lot, but we were tight. We were real tight. But I would say best. It's kind of tough because, like, what is it? 20 what did we just 24 20, 23 Hurricanes is like.
Yeah, that was a fun year too. So that's gonna be more because that's your first ring. That's
my first ring. Yeah, so
never forget your first.
You don't. You really don't.
You know.
All the pun intended, but you really don't. You really don't, man.
Let me tell you guys, for those of you who don't know who Jimmy Y, High Fly Jimmy Y is, he was a quarterback for the 05 Outlaws. We've talked about him a little bit today, and he's actually posting now. So I got to tell a story. What was his car? It was like a red, like Chevy. It was like a sports car, like a coupe. It was a red something. And
what car was that? Oh my God.
It was like a Pontiac Sunfire or something like that. Red.
It's like a two-door. It's a two-door car.
Yeah, it's a coupe. So he would come
Jimmy
with
what was the car you drive, bro?
And Barboza, right? He'll have both of you in the car with him. pulling up to practice, playing Backstreet Boys,
Blasting
blasting it.
Blasting
And I'm like, what
Blasting it.
the hell?
When
Ford
when we
Contour.
played at the middle school, was it the middle school in Plymouth?
It was like an elementary school in Plymouth there. That was
Elementary
at
school in Plymouth?
practices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
would literally pull up. I want to say it was like a Pontiac Sunbird or a
it was
Sunfire or something like
a
that.
Ford Contour. He said probably an
No, I wasn't a
IROC.
Ford Contour. No, I wasn't a Ford
He
Contour.
says
I
a
know it was
Ford Contour. He knows what he drives, I think.
No way, bro. He would. I'm like, yo, what is this man doing, bro? Like, this is your quarterback? Like, when I remember when I first joined, I pulled up. I was like, is he okay? Like, what? And he would be singing, blasting it to my buddy, you can't do that. But then, he kind of grew on everybody, man. He grew on me. He grew on me. He grew on me, man. Yeah. Funny story,
Backstreet's
Jimmy.
back, all
Pontiac
right.
Sunfire. Yes, that is exactly what it was. A Pontiac Sunfire. Oh my God, that was lit, man. Those are good times.
Yeah. It
Those
was
are some
red,
good
right? The
times.
Sunfire was red.
I'll be honest, with you, I don't remember the color. I
think it
remember
was a red
vividly
one.
standing there and watching him pull up. I think it was red, yeah. Pulling
Yeah.
up, blasting it. And I went to his dad one time. I'm like, is your son okay? I was like, before people knew what the spectrum was, I was like, a little,
Yeah, it's
Nah.
a little bit.
He's like, no, he's good. He's good. He's good. I'm like, okay.
Karate Kid, yeah. You're the best around.
That was when he was young, fit, and not fat.
No kidding. I mean, he's even fatter than me now. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
It was a black Sunfire.
Yeah.
So,
Good times, man. Good times.
James, and then the times I remember him as a autogram number 60 for the Canes. 60 for the Canes. Was that Dan Cordoba 60? The
I
trainer?
don't remember who that was.
The trainer we had. Anyways, we were playing, and I was playing at this time. I think it was like 2004, 2003, and James, it's a halftime. You weren't on the team yet. I don't think you were, at least. We're playing Plymouth South. I think it was 2004, and we got when the Outlaws first every game, we were there with 17 people. We got killed by the Connecticut Thunder like 56 nothing, something like that, 59 nothing. I forget the score.
Mm.
And then we're playing them again at home, and you had a VHS because that's how old we are. We had VHS tapes. We had a VHS taped to the wall in the locker room, and he's going to give a speech. And he's like, "And now that these bleeping, kid takes the tape and smashes it on his head, starts like throwing it on the ground, hitting it. It's like, let's go kill these mother effers." And then I was like, he's crazy. So that was 2003. It was, and I'm sitting there I'm like, do you know what? I'll go to war with this guy. Like,
Yeah,
let's
listen.
go. I'll put my body in the
To
line
this
for
day-
this kid.
To this day, every time I hear Back in Black,
Yeah.
every time I hear that song, it gives me goosebumps. Every time. Because we used to walk out the locker room 2 by 2. Like, there was some real organization. Shout out to Ron Resendez, bro. Like him or hate him. There was some real organization. We walked out 2 by 2 onto the field and then ran out. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. People just show up to the game, not sit on the sideline, get their stuff together. But back in the day, we walked out of a locker room 2 by 2 onto the field. We stretch. I was like, looking back, organization was really, really high. Like, people did it back then. You know what I mean?
Yep. We
That's-
practiced 2 days a week.
2
We
days a
were
week.
going Tuesdays and Thursday
Tuesdays.
nights. So like we were there, and like
Can't
I
do
love,
that now.
I love the
Can't
Jackson.
do that now.
No one
Can't
does
do
2
that
days a
now,
week
man.
now. It's just it's weird. It's sad.
Different,
like,
man.
dude, I used to love going to practice just to practice, like just to play football.
Those were your boys. That was like that was hanging out with your family. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That was like a great time. You're just like, oh, what's up? Everybody would, and then in elementary school, everybody would stop at whatever, get food and hang out. And then everybody go home. And 2 days later, what's up, man? How you doing? Good
I
times.
mean, went to that place, Jamie's. I don't know if you were there or not, but
No, never been there. Never.
this is 05. Yeah, you were. We would go there. The place right down from practice field. It was like I think it was Jamie's or something else. It was called something else. It was like the sponsor we had, and then we
Yeah.
go in there. We all have Jaeger bombs, and we all start drinking.
On the right hand side, right before you get to do you have to go left or right?
Yeah. No, it's so when you get out of the field. So if you leave in the field,
Yeah.
take it right. It'll be on the
Yeah.
left. If you leave in the field, the big restaurant, like down the hill, down the hill curve.
Oh,
Anyways,
never. I don't remember when there, bro.
there's a bunch of no, but meat on the hook.
Meat
There was
on
just
the
a
hook,
bunch
boys,
of us,
meat on
and
the hook.
we were there. We all just like drinking and having fun. And, like I was dating that cheerleader that lived right down the street, so we're just like I'm the last one to leave, right? Because we're just drinking. All of a sudden, like, oh, here's the bill. It's like an $800 tab. This is like 2003, and I'm like, or 2005. I was like, $800. Like, everybody just left and left the tab right there. So I ended up taking up the tab, and
Jesus.
that's when I was like, J Cal Jr. I'm sorry, I was excited. I thought you were your dad for a second, but yeah. So that was kind of one of
Yeah,
my
remember
memories.
he was, yo, seeing J Cal Jr. now, I was like, yo, bro. First of all, you were like this big, obviously not to
Yep.
scale. You know what I mean? And seeing the kid now, I'm like, dog, I remember you when you were like a little jit, like a little itty bitty jit running around with water.
I will tell you that
Crazy
my
work.
very first game ever is when I met his dad. I met
Yeah.
Jay Callahan, and he shows up. He was like, "Yeah, Big Lou told me to come play a game today." I'm like, "Who are you? Like, what do you play?" He's like, "Yeah, whatever." I was like, "Cool," and but just such a great guy, and like, just so you'll know, man, your dad is absolutely. He's awesome, and
Out of
he
respect,
went out
bro.
there. He would do it like when he played for me because I played with him. Then he played for me when I had the teams,
Yeah.
and he ended up. Oh God, was like I think he tore his Achilles or tore his knee or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the first, I think it was a bad injury. And he was out for the year, and he was like, "I'll try to put him at fullback so we can." Cause I like to run the power out of the white formation, and I want a guy that could kick out that D end because when you run a real power, you want to leave that, don't block
Yeah.
that D end. You want to kick that D end out, and anyway, so I was like, Jay, like you'd be fit perfect. We had a line, so he'll be perfect fullback. I think at game number 44, and like preseason game gets hurt, and it's like, oh man, or maybe it was a
It's
regular
like those are
season
people you
game,
don't.
but yeah,
Those are people you don't want to see hurt. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
good dudes, bro. Good
yeah,
dudes, man.
and not he, yeah, ruptured Achilles, yeah, that's what it was, and it was
Good dude, man.
yeah, so it's definitely a sad story when that happens, and like I would do anything for those guys. Like if Jay called me today, I'll be like, "What do you need? I'm there for you." Like,
Bro, I remember
that's the brother
talking.
you get from this.
So I work for Lou, right? In real estate. That's
Yeah.
the side hustle. The
Yep.
side hustle.
So anybody
I
needs
was
houses or cars, you know who to
Facts.
go to.
Facts. Yo, I'm gonna sponsor this. Put a sponsorship up
Well,
here.
and then when you buy the house, if you need a roof or siding, just give me a call, and we're good.
There you go.
Look at that.
There
We get you
go.
all
We
covered.
do the whole thing right here.
Yeah. So,
Yo, listen, I remember I remember where we were. Now we're playing a game, and I'm like, somebody was like, yo, Lou's eating a hot dog. I was like, what? Because like
Yeah.
for me, playing football is such a like you're in the moment. Like everything else doesn't matter. Like I was on the field and my mom was screaming my name, and somebody, did you hear your mom? I was like, no. Like, how am I gonna hear my mother? Like I'm playing football.
yeah.
Bro, I look around, halftime, we're coming back, and Big Lou's like killing a hot dog. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I
You're about to play a
remember
game. You're gonna get cramped.
I'm
And
trying
he
to
like
remember who
smoke.
was against.
Oh my god! I was like, bro, he's done it several times.
Yeah.
Several times he's just like, like whatever, bro.
And
like I'm just telling you, like the characters we had on the Outlaws were just amazing, bro. And he wore 69 too. I was just like, this man he is everything you want to be. Just wearing 69 and just eating a hot dog on the sideline, like I don't care. This is just crazy, man. This is just the times with people, man. It's just nuts.
And I will say it's tough as a coach. I'm coaching, and I have like, if I played with somebody, and I'm like, hey, Big Lou, come play with me, right? So he's like, yeah, I'll go play. It's like, all right, game starts at 7. He shows up like 6:45. I'm like, dude, like, what the? He's like, yeah, whatever. It's like, no, you're supposed to. You can't do that to me. You have to show up earlier. And it
Well,
was
dude, I'm
funny.
telling you right now, I have come to find that one thing is everybody you've come in contact with in life, you've touched some way, like through sports, bro. As I grow up, I'm seeing like these people are all like instrumental in my life. Like I'm a big shout out to Jay. If I need an electrician, I know I'm calling.
Yeah,
I'm on the phone like, oh, what's up? I need you. I don't need an electrician now. Not I've needed one, but when I do, maybe like I know I'm calling. You know, if I need somebody to roof, I know I'm calling. No, some car. Like you have all these people that you just grew up with, and just like think about it. We've been knowing each other 20 years. We lived together.
Yeah.
We played football together. You didn't invite me to your wedding. I'll invite you to my wedding. You know what I mean? So many things. We played. Every team you've owned, I played for you. Every single team. You know what I mean? So like, you never know who you're gonna have in your corner when you need them. And this is the one thing I love about football, man. Like, so many people, you just see them, and you're like, yo, out of the corner, you're like, I remember you, I know you, I see you. And even growing, even as I'm old now, looking back and playing with dudes who are young, I'm like, man, J Cal, you got a son that got a son.
Right.
And I'm still
And I
rough,
guarantee
man,
you, Jay
rough.
Cal could suit up tomorrow and still play football and still be good
Facts.
at it.
Facts.
So he's just one of
Yeah,
those
Big Lou
guys.
was the original Glizzy Goblin. A Glizzy God for sure, Angela. A Glizzy God for sure. He's my dude, though. Much respect to him. Much
And
respect to him, man.
I give him props of talk about overcoming
A lot.
adversity and
A
like
lot, man.
not just like doing good, but like crushing it is
Crushing
Big
it,
Lou.
bro.
He's fucking
Crushing
amazing.
it, bro. The dude is absolutely crushing it. And that's part of the reason. Like I had a couple opportunities to work for other people. And I was like, let me see if I call this man. I called him up. He was like, yo, come down. I'm like, I just got my license. Bro, come on down. Sit in my office. Come talk to me. Sat there, just talked to me for hours. And I'm like, okay, like, isn't it time for you? And he's like, take this, write this down. I'm like, okay, write this down. I was like, how do I get started? He's like, best way to get started is you got to go do it yourself. He's like, go out there and do the hard work. Don't grind. And as you know, in real estate, everybody has a get rich quick, get leads quick. And Big Lou's like, dude, you're not going to get anything quick. Nothing in this game is given to you quickly. Like, you're going to have to work. And it's just like football. You got to put in the grind when nobody's there. You know what I mean? And then when the game's played, everybody thinks you're a hero. Like, oh, okay. I'm not a hero. I just put the grind in before, and I know the players and I do things I need to do. But this dude, man, is for sure. Dude's loaded. He may not look it. Dude's loaded. Dresses like a bride. And I'm like, hey, listen, if I'm gonna learn from anybody, he's a dude who's been there, who's been on his up, been on his down, gone through adversity and made it. For sure, 100%. Yeah, shout out to
Props.
Big Lou. I know he's not even watching, but he's
No,
probably
Big
having
Lou's-
fun right
he's,
now.
He's too busy now to be watching this stuff. He's probably went to
What
church.
one team would you never play for? Yo, listen. I can never say never, man. I'll be honest with you. I could never say because it's all about the opportunity for me. You know what I mean? I could never say never. Um, I was gonna say this, but because semi-pro has changed now, right? So semi-pro is not the way we used to. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm playing, like last year, if the Admirals were around, I would never play for a CT team. Like that's just me because it's impossible for me to drive all the way to CT. Dudes in CT were like, "Yo, come play for us." I'm like, it's a troop. You know what I mean? But as I currently stand, without saying too much, right now there's really no team I'll play for. It's all about the opportunity because again, where I'm located has a lot to do with where I'm driving to or not. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I can say this. I'll never pay for a Vermont team. I'll never pay for a New Hampshire team. I don't think any want me either. I won't play for a CT team. So it's probably between Mass and I'll probably pay for pretty much any Mass team and any Rhode Island team.
The answer is Mill City. Would you play for Mill City?
Eagles?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Again, so it's not, no. It's no hatred.
Angel
You know what I
pulls.
mean? But I'm just though. Okay, for example, if you ask me as an outlaw, who I would never play for. No disrespect to anybody out here. I'm just saying, if you bring me back 05 Outlaws and you're like, yo, if one team came to you who you would never play for, you would never play for this team. I'll tell you the Cobras. I'm not playing for them. I'm not doing it. As an outlaw, I remember we went to the Harvest Bowl with them and I smacked some kid on a punt return. I almost got in a fight. I was like, no, I'll not play for this team. First of all, to me, the field was bad. I was like, the field is horrible. It's low. It's in the bowl. No, I want to play for this team. There's nothing. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? When I was a Hurricane, again, I'm just gonna go. I would never play for the Cowboys because again, those are my rivals. I love the dudes, but to play with them against, I could never do that. Could never do that. That's just those are the teams I couldn't do then.
We got to do a podcast with Eric and AY and Markeem, and we got to talk about and Miko. We got to talk about that. Like the Cowboys and Hurricanes, they had a rivalry.
Views,
Like
views.
man, views. All
Every
about the
game.
views. But
every game was raw. Every game you could literally was a game of the week. Even if we were bottom of the table, middle of the table, those two teams played. You're just like, we're watching. We're watching.
and
I mean,
what I loved is that we came together as a team,
yeah,
and they came with us, and then next thing you know, we
we won.
fucking win the championship. And it
But I
was funny
mean,
'cause-
that was I think like that was a time where they were just like, we gotta fold. You know what I mean? Based on the situation.
Yeah.
Because they probably had some like field issues and people showing up. But the core group of those cats, 100%. I like those dudes right now. If they came to me and needed something, I was like, I got you, 100%. Those
Same
are
here.
just good dudes. But on a football field, nah, bro. I remember I played D tackle. I was like 280 pounds. Yeah, I know. I 280, and they had me playing D tackle. I'm gonna tell you right now. If JoJo was here on the podcast, you know. I think Angelo. I think Angelo was the D coordinator too, or was it? Was it Angelo?
I think it's
I don't
either Angelo or Tone. I think Angelo. Yeah, I think it was Angelo.
Yeah,
What year
it was
was
him.
this?
This was before the COVID year.
I think it was Eddie.
It was Eddie.
Eddie
One or two of
Holmes.
them. Anyways. And they were like, "Oh, we need to play D tackle." I was like, "Bet, I'll play D tackle. Whatever. Like, whatever to win. It's the Cowboys. You have to win."
Yeah.
And I remember go up against Miko, and I was like, bro, this is I have the most respect. Two positions I have a ton of respect for playing. Anybody in the trenches, offense or defense, and a quarterback. Much respect. I hate the D line. I do it because I can. I'm not good at it, but I do it because I can, and I have long arms, and I do it athletically. O line, trash. I would no, don't. You couldn't pay me to play O line. But when I played D tackle, I had the most. Miko is my guy. I wish someone should pull him on this. We battled that whole game. That whole game was me, Miko, just getting chipped, and I was like, never again, ever again, never doing this again.
That was back when Eric could move too, and he could scramble out of the
Right before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Yo, and Eric he has an arm though.
He has two of them
Like-
actually. Sorry, my dad joke loading. I had to. He does.
And this man is crazy, man. This man yes, he has two arms. But when he throws though, he has a gun. I remember one time we're playing in Cranston, and this was again as we go back and forth, I really start to like these dudes and say what's up, how you doing? And Eric came up to me one time at the goal line, and I was like, "Are you trying to run the ball on me?" Like in my mind before I hit him, I'm like, "He's trying to score on me." Nah, bro, you're not gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Smacked him at the goal line. I think he had a concussion, and he was like, "Yo, that's probably one of the hardest hits I ever had." Just telling you, but I respect those dudes, man. I love those Rhode Island dudes, but I would never play for them against like you, and I had a loyalty to you. Like no matter how bad this season was, I was like, I'm not leaving John. Like the only way I'm leaving John is if John shuts the team down. Like that's my guy. He held me down in a situation where I was at my worst, and he's like, "Nah, bro, yeah, I got you." I can't do that to him. I can't do that to you.
I appreciate that, man. It took me
So-
not being able to see or seeing double to
Yeah.
shut down. the
When
team.
you told me that, I was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
I was the moment I went to the doctors, they're like, "Yeah, you could have a tumor pressing against your eye, and you could have brain cancer." I was like, shit."
Done.
Like my whole I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like it was you just don't know with that fear of the unknown, and then they "Yeah, we can get you in like in a month." I'm like, I gotta do like a month waiting to see if I'm gonna die with brain cancer. Like, holy crap! Like when you put me in the next day, if that was the case. So
Yeah.
it was but yeah. So there's this. It ended up being ended up being the best thing that happened. I'm glad it. I missed the game. I miss coaching. As you can tell, I talked a lot about coaching football today. And stuff.
Clearly.
I just miss it, but it's. I know I got offered today to be an OC, which is pretty cool.
Thrasher, what's up, baby?
But I had to deny because it was for
Oh, you got
6
offered the OC? You want
Yeah,
to
For-
say who? No.
for
don't
the
say it. Don't
Raynham
say it.
Youth Football with James is now the head coach, and I'm like,
Say Raynham?
Yeah, Raynham. Raynham.
Shit, that.
Raynham, not Raynham. We talked about that early, didn't we? So I just don't have the time. I
God.
would love to do, but I can imagine me coaching 7 and 8 year old kids.
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't do it. I'll yell at them poor kids.
Right. Yeah.
That I couldn't. Like. What's the age? You've coached everywhere. You coach at all levels, right?
Yeah.
What's the one age you say you couldn't coach? You were like, I'm not going to coach. Jimmy, I'm not going to say anything. Leave me alone.
I can't coach. I can't coach like little 7, 8 year old. I just can't do
What
it.
up, Crash?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I have to have them. Hey, Crash, how's it going? I have to have them. I'm just how am I? Hey, guys, we're gonna run the mesh route here. And they're like picking flowers. I'll just get so aggravated. Hey, can't you see
Yeah.
they're in cover two? Like what the heck?
Yeah, no.
Like it just. I just.
I've often thought about coaching, and the problem for me is like if I were to coach right now, if I was like, I'm going to coach, it would be so hard for me to not want to like yoke somebody up and be like, are you stupid? You know what I mean?
They're called helmet checks.
Yeah, like I just
Helmet
don't
check.
know. Like, or if they're doing something wrong, I'm like, okay, go and do this. Like I'm a very like hands-on type of person.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? For me, either I'm playing or I may have to be like, John, like, let me join you as a commissioner, like give me some role. Cause I would want to be close to the game, but far enough where I can't do it. If I'm actually close to it, like coaching, calling plays in there, or I'm almost stood up. Like I'm like, no, you suck. Get out. I'll do it myself.
I did like when I was coaching at BC High as the head coach for freshmen. That was fun. And nothing's better like when you're coaching high school kids and you're so impressionable that you tell them to tape a Band-Aid to it or I'm taping aspirin to it. I mean, oh, my knee hurts. I tape an aspirin to it. I had a kid once that goes, yeah, it really works. All your sweat absorbs all the stuff in the aspirin and it helps your knee. And I'm saying, I'm like, I'm impressed that you thought that, but like it's totally just a play
You
on
did
words.
that, kid.
Yeah, but
You
like
did that. Wow.
It's funny because like they trust every word you say too, and you're like, wow. And when you're in high school, it's funny because I went to Silver Lake, good school. Actually, John Bond, who's Millbrook Cobra's legend quarterback, he was my quarterback in high school. I had, amazing. We had Marquis Silva, who still plays for the Cobras. I don't know if he still plays, but a legend for the Cobras. Andre Mendez. We had a line was, anyways, my high school team was like nasty. Our high school team was, in my opinion, probably the best team in the state at that time. And knowing what I know now, our coach was so bad. Like just.
Yes. Thank you for correcting yourself in your head before you said it.
Yeah. So I keep everything. I'm like, I keep all my playbooks. I keep everything. So when I started,
You're a hoarder, bro.
When I started learning football, like the way that I got taught by Ron, Ron St. George is my mentor. Like he was an amazing person, and I'm not allowed to coach in schools anymore. I'm not allowed to be 100. Oh, that means I can't go Tuesday then, James. I guess I'm good. Anyways, he taught me like football, and I was like, I'll never, because I was always a defensive guy, and people look at me like that know me now know that I'm like an offensive guy, but like I was a defense guy my whole life. I joined BC High to be the defensive coordinator, and when the head coach stepped down from the varsity, he was like, "Can you be the head coach?" And I'm like, "I don't know anything about offense." He was like, "Let me teach you." And I sat down with him. I watched film with him. It was like the best time of my life. Like he showed me how he's doing this and why he's doing that. And it was just like amazing the way the guy's mind worked. And I'm like trying to trick defenses. And I'm like, I want to be that guy that can trick defenses by motions. And by the way, any team here running motions in this level is going to screw every team up. And like, just like you said, the Admirals last year, they run a lot of motion. And one easy way to do it, a very easy way to do it, is just have one guy called an adjuster. He's going to be a motion man. No matter what you do, he can motion across, he can motion back and forth, he can, whatever. Like just have that one guy who's your motion guy, so nobody else has to learn the motions. And
have you ever talked to Eddie? You ever talked to Eddie?
I've not. I talked to Eddie, but I haven't talked to Eddie. But like, I haven't talked.
His
to
mind,
Eddie.
His mind is like. I don't know. it's like football autism. I hate to use the word. I mean, I'm not using a negative connotation, like, but the way he thinks is so basic. But the window dressing he has, it's at minimum. At minimum, if we run our offense, there's at least two people motioning in at any given time, full speed.
You can't have two people motioning.
I mean, just saying, like one would stop and then another one would go, and then would stop and another one would go, and then the play's called, and then literally, boom, ball snapped.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like a 4 to 5 second window of movement, and every time I watch teams, because again, I'm on defense, you know what I mean. So I want to see what other defenses think of our offense, and guys are just like move, adjust, and I'm like, why are you adjusting? Just stay where you need to. And when the guy ends it, that's the play you run. But because so many people are so worked up by the motion, bro, I'm just like, that's crazy. Like I never seen somebody motion so much in my life. It's nuts, bro. Like if I go back and watch film right now, I'm like, yeah, this is where you run. This is where you run. But even though people have film on it, they still react to it because in the game, your mental still goes off. That alert goes off anyways. And so for me, like now as a free safety, if I'm watching, let's say the Admirals play, I'm like, okay, well, when you're done running around, you let me know, and then I can adjust based on that. Yep. But normally, like you said, if you're running motion, everybody's going to want to react.
And that as a coach, as Angela just says, unless the numbers change, it means nothing, right? Unless they're like crossing, to the other side, whatever. But as a player, you're like, shit, this guy's like running. He's going to be able to go to the flat quick, and I'm going to be able to get to the flat. So like I have to move too, because like so it's so much easier said as a coach to like. And one of my favorite things as a head coach, as I always said, if like no matter what you are as a coordinator, offense, or defense, whatever, you just have to remember they move. Meaning you can draw the best play up, but the defense moves too. Just because you have this guy blocking this guy blocking this guy, and there's a sail here and a sail here and all that stuff, they move. Just remember that. And so like no matter what play, and the reason why Costa loves that motion and loves the motioning every play is it really helps him read what coverages they're into. Are they going to be in like a man coverage? Are they going to be in a zone coverage? Are they playing a sky, a robber, a cloud? Like all this stuff. Are they rolling the safeties? Like you have all this stuff to think about as a quarterback. Sorry, just reading James posted. Are you a David Ortiz fan? But yeah, all the stuff for the quarterback. It's just it's good to have that motion for the quarterback to be able to see.
Jimmy, I'm a Yankees fan. What are you talking about?
That's probably why he's saying that. So,
Big Papi is still the man, though. Not gonna hate on Big Papi. Respect.
So, but yeah, that's why people use motions. I think motions in this level can really help out. And like, I always use motions for one to try to like outnumber a defense. So say I was motioning a guy across the line of scrimmage, I'm trying to get that outside backer to go with him so I can run a blast right off that gap. Or I would run like a slant wheel where if I see they're man-to-man, I'm going to be able to hit that wheel. Or if I can see if they're running cover three, I'm motioning this guy, hoping the guy overcompensates, that slant's going to be open. So there's a lot of things involved. And like as a quarterback, you have what should be like a hut read, your hut key. You find out what your key is. And, so if I'm running a slant flat combo or a slant wheel combo, it would be the outside linebacker. If that outside linebacker follows that flat player or the wheel player, that slant should be open. If that outside linebacker stops, I'm going for that flat. It's like those are things as quarterbacks they see, and with getting the motion involved in it, it really can just get into the head of defenses. So that's why I think running a lot of motion is good, and it is window dressing. You run the same exact play, it's just moving people and people
moving people around.
Are. It's like I've always loved in the high school level, especially like the freshman level, to get like a really fast. I said 90 Malcolm earlier today, James. I think you missed it. Get a really fast, like nose tackle, like Eric McDonald type. Rest in peace. But remember Eric McDonald, nose tackle we had at Outlaws in 05?
He died?
Yeah, he passed. Like 10 years ago now. Been a long time. But he would be a beast in there because he was fast. He would shoot the gap. So you have a center snapping the ball and then taking a step and trying to block. So we have a snap.
He's there.
And then
all day. He's there all day.
Already in there. And you can shoot that gap, play gap control, shoot that gap quick, and then it's a really...
Jimmy, Well, can I just address Jimmy real quick?
Yeah.
Jimmy, listen, buddy. Okay, I understand how you feel, and I'm not saying it's possible, but anything is possible, man. Okay, Johnny Damon went and wore a Yankees uniform. So just pause with yourself, buddy. Relax, okay? Relax, man. Relax. Anything is possible, buddy.
Yeah.
But I dare you to come out of retirement. I'm picking you off, and then we'll give you the ball when I'm done. So I'm reading comments.
Yeah, that would be. I would love to see. I tried to get him to commit full time, for a long time.
Soph is what's his name? What's his wife? Astrid.
Astra's his wife.
Astrid. Yeah. She would never let him.
No.
She would never let him.
She did. She kind of did though. She kind of let him for those couple
And then
years.
she's like, anybody got time for that?
Yeah. Yep. But being whipped like James is, I understand. Me, I just like, hey.
I'm gonna put my hat down, boy, because I don't say nothing about nobody. I'm not gonna say anybody on the other side of the screen.
Yeah,
that we're talking. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I get you. So, anyways, and this is recorded too, so I can't.
It's going to go on forever. It's on the internet. Anything's on the internet. It's on the internet.
It's on the internet forever. I love it.
It's on the internet forever. Well, the thing is, like at safety, I love to see the like when I watch film, right? I'm like, okay, my easiest key. Anytime I watch film with any team, I'm like, I pick one person on the line and I find what they do all the time, right? So I'll watch one play 6 times, and I'll go from the quarterback, I'll go to the guard, tackle, center, look and see what they're doing, and then run the next play. They have something, and I try to find a tendency, and that's how I tip off myself and what's happening. If I can see that one tendency, the rest of the game is easy for me. Because now and I'm really just one or two things, run or pass, because everybody has that weakness that they do. You know what I mean? And I try not to have the same weakness. I try to make sure if I'm doing something different here, doing something different there. By the way, I saw a play where we were playing GSD. When I played, God, yeah, corner. But anyways, so I try to look for a tendency, which is an easy read for me, because the rest of the game now, I'm really just reacting because I know you're going to do something, which makes it. And a lot of times when I play safety, people would think like, oh, how'd you get this big hit? Or how are you there? Or how are you this? It's just, I just saw somebody and cheated off of them. You know what I mean? To see how to play the game in the good. So when I see all the window dressing stuff, now it's just, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, if you're in trips, you're in twins, whatever, you go single, move everybody. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. I'll figure it out.
You see Idris for the
all right, Jimmy, I'm gonna play for the Cobras. I'm gonna play for the Cobras. I want to see you do it. I want to see you do that.
So, I remember talking about tendencies. We're playing the Gladiator days. We're playing the Quincy Militia. They had John Boyle at quarterback. Not John Boyle. Boyle. John Boyle is maybe it was John Boyle too. Anyways, Boyle. Maybe Nick Boyle.
Jimmy, throw up. And on the field, the Cobras, I want to see you stick your finger down your throat and throw up. I want to see it in person.
So anytime he was on the center. Whenever he's on the center, if I'm wrong, it could be the side, but if his left foot was back, then you knew it was going to be a run, or if his left foot was back, it was going to be a run. If his right foot was back, it was going to be a run. If his left foot was back, it was going to be a pass, or but like you knew for a fact it's always going to be a run if like one leg was back, and we just shut him down. No one knew what was going on, and and then we had the shotgun. He started doing because we didn't have we didn't have a key anymore because he's in. But there's so much to look for as coaches, and like if you look at film and you watch film, there's always something you can find out. I mean, I remember watching a game film in high school where the fullback would have his right hand down, he'll be running to the left. If his left hand was down, he'd be running to the right. And it's like small things like that you pick up on.
Easy.
And
I got taught that in they taught me that in college. That's where I learned that.
The thing is though, if you do it, you can't have your team saying, "Oh, pass." Like you got to have a different word for it, because if you're doing like, "Oh, Pat," they're gonna be, "Hey, they find something out. Let's try to do something different." So you got to like have a word like bingo, and big bingo means
Yeah.
pass.
And then change it up the second half. Yeah.
And because that's the thing that you just people at this level, they're just like, it's a run, it's a run, it's a run. And I love how, because
Give it all
as a
away.
defense, if you prepare your defense well enough, you should be calling out plays they're gonna run. Like if I'm always in an I formation and I'm put this way, when we played the Mill City Eagles, you saw the scouting report. We
Yeah.
had, I think, 8 games on them, and we
Mhm.
knew whenever they were in trips to, like, I think it was like trips to the left, they never ran the
Never.
ball.
Yeah.
So we just
Yeah.
knew, hey, whenever they're in that formation, they're passing the ball.
Mhm.
And I remember talking to the coach afterwards, the offense coordinator, and he was just like, "Yeah, you guys like really did a good." I'm like, I spent 2
Study the
weeks
hell of
just
you.
well, like, I'm not.
Studying
I
you.
wasn't losing this game. Like I've lost too many championship games. I'm not losing this one. And
Yeah.
we put it together, and Angelo had some great in-game adjustments as well. And it was like we just were so much more prepared. I feel like
Mhm.
that it was. We just knew everything they were running. So I went over to him and I told him after this. I saw him last year. I was talking to him about it, and he was like, "Really?" Like I had no clue. So now he knows he's got to change up his offense
adjust
a little
everything.
bit. So,
Yeah, man.
but yeah, it's always good.
It's 11 o'clock.
Wow, it's
11:30. Almost
11:30.
midnight.
This was a fun. I had fun doing this, man.
This was probably the longest we've gone on, huh?
Definitely is the longest.
Shout out to everybody who's still on this live right now.
Yeah, Angelo called like 3 stunts all game.
3 stunts that game.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's on this live, man. That's dope. I appreciate you guys hanging in there.
Appreciate it,
I
guys.
appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, please, Izzy Mauled 88. Izzy. Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Murdered.
He did a great job. Spin down and hammer. Yep.
All right, so we got what, 3 games this weekend?
So we got 3 games this weekend. It's going to be some really good games. Definitely game of the week is going to be up in New Hampshire with the Rhode Island Ducks playing the Warhawks. I hope the Ducks come full squad. I just want to see a really good game. I think the Warhawks defense, to me, I'm still someone that says defense wins championships. So I feel like defensively the Warhawks defense is better than the Ducks defense. Just how I feel.
Yeah, you're not. Again, like I said, I don't think you're wrong, and you're right on that. But however, over time, I think Anyways, keep going. I'm gonna leave because I'm not riding the Ducks. Somebody's gonna say it on the comments, and I'm riding them. No, and I know a couple people are gonna say something. I'm not saying that. I just believe that their receivers, if they show up, are.
James has a good analogy for you. Imagine being married to your wife for 20 years, created a beautiful family, enjoyed life, had a mutual hatred for your wife's stepmom. Then, boom, out of nowhere, you leave her and you marry her evil stepmother.
That don't even make sense.
It does. It does. He's probably tired. It's
Jimmy, that doesn't even. It's like if you replace the stepmother with the best friend, or like like the person she hated, like
is her friend odd?
Like if she hated this girl, like a bully or something like that, and you go marry the bully, then obviously you can say that. But get out of here. Get out of here. It's football. Football's changed. Okay, football's changed. There's not as many teams that it used to be anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, James. Say
but
you've
yes,
changed.
Jimmy, I'm going to go play for the Cobras. I'm going to let everybody hear right now. I'm going to go play for the Cobras. I want to see you at a game, and I want you to come out of retirement. I'm going to keep my word. I'll go play for them, and now I want you to come out of retirement. Let's see if Jimmy's going to come out of retirement.
You can play for the Oilers, like you did back in 2004.
Is it Oilers? No. The Oilers are in your league, no?
Yeah, so it plays with them. We'll set a preseason game with you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
There you go.
Let's do it. I'll make it happen. I'm a man that makes things happen.
So
you've changed.
You've changed. Oh man!
So
I thought it was a good show. We didn't talk much ECFL, but we talked a lot of football, and
yeah, for sure.
I thought that was good, man. It had a good flow today. I'm happy, and I just had fun. I have fun doing this, and have fun with that. So definitely.
Yeah, I don't talk to you all the time, but when we catch up and we do this, it's dope. It's dope. Yeah. It's a dope time. What did Jimmy say? Where are you coaching?
Me, I'm not coaching anywhere. I'm retired from coaching for now until the Patriots call
Jimmy,
me.
Jimmy, hit up.
Dre, he's bringing Dre with him too.
Yo, Dre is not gonna. He's done. He's a coach now. He's not a player anymore. I don't think he got it in him.
No, he's bringing Dre to be his OC. That's what it is
For where?
for the team he's playing for
What team is that?
in big time.
And Ron.
Glassman,
you're
two milkmen.
You're trying to prime time, showtime, and big time. Is that where we're going now? Oh my god, bro! Good times.
Lots of fun. Like those are fun times. I miss
Times,
those
man.
guys.
Good times.
But
Solid
anyways,
2.5 hour show. Solid 2.5 hour show.
it was solid, man. But next week, Thursday, 8:30, or should we go 9?
Nah, let's do 9.
Let's do 9.
Let's
All
do
right.
9, and then make sure Owen's in bed.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That kid doesn't sleep. I got up at 12:30 last night, and he stole my wife's phone, and was like on TikTok on her. I'm like, I don't even know what TikTok is. I didn't even know my wife even had TikTok, but he's on TikTok on her phone, and I'm like, go to bed. It's like 12:30. What do you do, I'm afraid my
Young
wife's
you.
phone's gonna like die, so she doesn't wake up. And
It's a young you, man. It's a young you.
It is
You were a
young
night
me.
owl
I'm screwed.
back in the day.
I am screwed.
Back in the day. Now you go to bed at 8 o'clock. Well, now 11 because we're out, but
11:30 now. You know,
you'll
But,
be tired tomorrow.
I know.
Blaming me.
that's all right. Well,
Tell your boss, hey, I was up last night doing a podcast, so I'm tired.
yeah, doing the podcast, we're good. So we got to cap these off at an hour and a half going forward. Although today was
Facts.
organic, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
We all got to work in the morning. Thank you everybody for sitting in and watching, and we appreciate it. And I thought it was a good show. I thought we talked a lot. I am definitely on the Malik Williams bandwagon right now. That kid is a stud. I think he's gonna be problems for teams. So it's gonna be interesting to watch that again, and we'll see what he can do against the top tier competition. They still got the Warhawks, the Ducks, and the Bulldogs to play this week. They're playing the Bulldogs, so it's gonna be another good game.
It's gonna be a tough week to watch all games because everybody's at 7 o'clock.
Oh, maybe they'll just be a red zone channel again. I'm just saying.
Just throw it out there.
Thought that was fun.
I'll
If I
log
get-
on because I'll be at a baby shower, so you know.
Gotcha. Oh, hopefully, I'm gonna see if we can get everybody to film those games. If I get people that can film all 3 games and they can go live, or not even live, they can just call in to me and I can have them zoom the video. I could have the whole thing here, so it's gonna be
That'll be dope.
It'll be cool.
I mean, ECFL Red Zone is a thing. Like and subscribe, or you can have a paywall and make some money.
Ooh, look at that! I don't want to make money on this. I just like doing it for fun. Did you watch it? The red zone stuff that I had.
I did. I was watching a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that
But
was
again, I'm busy on Saturdays, so I can only be on my phone a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I'm out. I gotta go.
Yeah,
But I saw it. It was pretty cool. It was pretty
busy
cool.
on Saturdays. How are you gonna play for the Cobras if you're busy on Saturdays?
Make time.
Make time.
Make
That
time.
being said,
Or you ask your girlfriend / fiance soon to be like, hey, I need 3 hours on Saturdays. You got to make it up another day. You know what I mean?
yeah, I get you. So cool.
So that's what you got to do. That's what you
Well,
got to do.
We'll start doing 9 o'clock on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Figure that'll be good for everybody, and I'll have next week's gonna be amazing. Don't even pay dues, exactly. Nobody pay for shit. They don't even pay dues. Angela says so.
Yo, chill, bro. Chill.
Right,
chill.
right. But anyways,
that
thank
was
you
the
everybody. We're gonna
Yeah.
bounce off now. It was awesome.
Happy Easter, guys. Happy Easter. Hope everything goes well for everybody. Spend time with family.
Awesome. Go to church. Go to church.
Facts.
As Frazier says.
The Lord is, Jesus is calling.
Awesome. Thank you guys
Have
so
a
much.
good night, man.
See you all next week. Bye.
All right.
Stadium lights glisten like disco balls. Quarterback flows dodging D-line walls. End zone dreams in the hearts of teams. Hustle on the field, ain't no in-betweens. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes. Echo, cleats dig deep, turf beneath. Receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd in trances. Game time magic, endless chances. As the football spirals, fate unravels. Heartbeats sink, players travel. Grind don't stop, whistle blows echo. Field warriors, the heroes. Echo. drawn in sand, grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes, victory's a taste, better than a rope. Cheers rain loud, pride in the crowd, moments freeze, memories avowed. Helmet to helmet, clash and conquer, legends born, others left to ponder. As the football spirals, fate unravels, heartbeats sink, players travel, grind don't stop, whistle blows echo, field warriors, the heroes echo. Come on, cleats dig deep, turf beneath, receivers leap like a midnight thief. Touchdown dances, crowd in trances, game time magic, endless chances. As the football spirals, fate unravels, heartbeats sink, players travel, grind don't stop, whistle blows echo, field warriors, the heroes echo. They heroes echo. Come on, come on, come on. Coaches with plans, plays drawn in sand, grit and sweat, team tighter than a band. Hail Mary hopes, defenders in scopes, victory's a taste, better than a rope.